Tom Brady done? Is he finished?
And Green Bay is not Green Bay right now.
You always wrong. Ooh.
Let's go back to Philly. A big trade just happened. Jimmy Butler.
And he's facing his former team, so you know it's going to be some animosity.
And the number one spot for them. Seeing that video in that little video, it showed how stupid the NFL is. Down east, under the favorite team. With this trade happening, does this mean the Sixers are front runner of favorites?
So you can stand up here and defend the floor. They just went 1 for 11, and then all of a sudden got sick.
One day it's on my nerves, but you know, I'm here.
We talking about sports, man. So I ain't even thinking about work right now. I'm thinking about sports. Like that laptop dead. Laptop dead.
And with that being said, this is your Wednesday night Sports Delight, the platform sports talk show with your boy Smooth
and Sadal
and Stanton, baby.
Because when it's about sports,
it becomes our business.
And business just picked up.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah. Knuckle punch.
There it is. How y'all be on this wonderful Wednesday evening?
I just want to go ahead and say it because I forgot to say it last week, but just ahead of time for the next 15 weeks coming up. Damn the pick'ems. Pick'ems be damned.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there.
So
I feel like I'm going to have a lot of that.
Welcome back, man. Now, we know that you don't come on the first Wednesday when it's uncensored and unfiltered, but how you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good, man. You know, business picked up, man. I'm a little bloodshot eyes and all that. I'm lucky not to have those. But yeah, it's really busy.
He said, I'm lucky not to have those. What?
Bloodshot eyes.
I'm bloodshot eyes.
I'm
lucky
not to have
those.
Yeah, I'm tired, dog. Let's just leave it at that. I'm tired.
I'm as tired as a rabbit's foot on Easter.
Man.
Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, I got a big announcement on the 18th.
Yeah. In which we go ahead and say it now. We will have our own version of the shop next Wednesday at Cuts and Styles. It's gonna be fun. We'll be in barber chairs and
it'll be uncensored because we're in the barbershop.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and have some fun. Have some fun next week. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Shouts out to everyone who is watching our show. Make sure that y'all let everyone else know to go ahead and subscribe. Click on that.
Bam!
Because anytime we go live,
you'll be notified.
Yeah!
We have a lot to discuss. Sports, and more sports. So with that being said, the round table begins right now.
Damn the pick'ems. No, just
already?
No, already? I actually had a good week.
Okay.
Damn some of these teams, though.
It's only week 1, man.
Hey, man.
We'll talk about that during
the biggest blunder.
Takeaways.
The biggest blunder. I want to save it for the idiot of the week, but that was... it was
You
bad.
talking about a snap?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say that. We'll say that.
Because I was like...
Shouts out to Brian Baker. He says, knuckle punch.
Yeah.
What's poppin', fellas? What's good, B?
Was cracking.
Shouts out to Jay, the gentleman JW. He said, let's get right to it. AB to the Patriots is cheating, and are these rape allegations true or not?
Oh damn.
We just
Damn.
They ready.
stay tuned.
Hold on now. You
Hold
got
on.
too much dip on your cheek. we gonna get there.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have a whole
We
segment.
gonna get there in time.
Oh, we ain't gonna have this show without talking about AB.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
We wouldn't do this show justice.
We gotta
say
talk
something
about
that.
AB. I need to get my congrats. You were right, maybe, kinda. I don't know. Hopefully not. But Sunday was ass, and somebody threw a dud,
Yeah.
and that was.
oh, you got
He got his years mixed up. He had his second year last year, and this year he had his rookie year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
Because that
And
was not good.
I have some thoughts about that.
That was the whole team, though.
The whole
That's
yeah, it
you
was.
can't blame
it was.
one man.
Right.
I'm
you
just
know,
like this is like when KD joined the Warriors, and then they got
People
done
getting
by the
people
Spurs.
getting thrown. I know we ain't talking about week 1 yet, but man, people getting thrown out of games week 1, dude. What's the problem?
Yeah, it's
What's the
crazy.
problem, man?
It's crazy.
It's a problem. What the problem is? What the problem is?
Hey, shawty, what the problem is?
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, buddy. So, a lot of football talk is going down. A lot. But I will say, let's not overreact to week 1 because it is just week
It's
1.
week 1, and you know a lot of those guys hadn't played the
in
whole
the preseason.
Preseason.
Right. Especially that.
So they're really having a preseason.
That
in
Green
week
Bay
1.
Chicago game, you could tell that the team was not locked
Right.
in at all.
The only
Whole
reason,
team.
the only reason why Aaron Rodgers won is because he's Aaron Rodgers.
and Packers be damned.
If there was
Damn
another
Packers.
quarterback, it'd probably be a tie game.
Like in Arizona.
Right.
It's real messed up.
But
Actually, they scored a lot more points than
They did in that
Bears game.
Indubitably.
and it also shows that that Bears defense is legit. But
yeah.
Mitchell Trubisky has to show up and do something on the offensive end.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, the Bears, they don't have to score a whole lot of points for real. If you just score a touchdown or two, that could win you a lot of games with their
All you have to be is better than Rex Grossman.
defense. Right.
That's all you got to be. All you got to be is better than Rex Grossman.
Damn.
If you could be better than Rex Grossman, you win the game.
Now,
You
granted,
know what's crazy?
Granted,
Over his career, I have not heard Rex Grossman said that many times.
yeah. Now, granted, he was.
There you go.
He was the last quarterback from Chicago who took him to the Super Bowl,
That is true.
so he got something on him.
That is true.
So we'll see.
But how do you do in that Super Bowl, though?
Oh Lord.
How you do in that Super Bowl?
It was
Right.
It wasn't that good.
Right.
It wasn't too good. It wasn't too good.
Whatever do you mean? I thought it was okay.
I did fine shit. We made it, but no.
I thought I was back that. Yeah.
So this past week, Dwayne Wade announced that he's going to be joining LeBron James every Lakers home game and work out with him before the game, which leads to already speculation that maybe he's not done
Oh, come on.
with basketball.
Oh, you didn't hear?
What happened?
Via Dwayne Wade's Instagram, he sat there with his daughter and said he's retired AF.
Okay,
Okay.
He not.
Yeah.
but now
Because if he did, that would be horrible.
He's not a Brett Favre.
He
now.
says
Brett Favre
that-
retired 3 or 4
he
times.
says
before he
that,
retired.
but then
Brett was like, all right, I'm
But
done.
then look.
I forgot my keys.
Right.
but all right, you can say that now because it's not basketball season. But you're gonna be at the Staples Center every home game,
That crowd.
getting ready with your boy LeBron, the ultimate. I'm gonna say the ultimate competitor, but he's a competitor.
Yeah.
That's gonna have you itching like,
And you warming up like, man, you know what?
man.
This nigga ain't that bad. You know, my
Man.
back ain't that bad.
Yeah, like you said, Brett
I
Favre, he
can
was
play
like,
a couple minutes.
Hold on, I can
play a
You can
couple
give me a
minutes.
good 10. I got you. I got
Good
you
10
on
minutes.
10.
I got a good 10 minutes at the end of the game.
Here it is. I got a good 10. I could push 27, but I got a good 10.
yeah. But once again, Jay, we would definitely discuss Antonio Brown
Oh, indeed.
momentarily. So
Yeah, we gonna get to
stay
it.
tuned on that. Shouts out once again to Brian Baker, wonderful job last week. along with K Bizzle, K BZ, Kanika B. She held things down, repping for the ladies.
Yeah.
A lot going on. So shouts out to everyone who tunes in, who shares, who shows support to all our posts that we have on Facebook. And on right now on IG,
and the ones we used to have on Instagram.
right now we have some kind of weird issues on IG. We hope to get that fixed very soon.
Ain't nothing weird about it. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it with y'all. We gone, but we ain't do it.
Boom. Dun, dun, dun. It ain't our fault.
Right? You feel me?
do that.
Nope, I ain't even
it ain't
gonna
our
sugarcoat it.
We don't know.
We gone.
We don't know,
but we ain't
y'all.
do it.
But
That's all I'm gonna say.
It wasn't me.
stay tuned. Right, Shaggy.
They
Stay
saw me
tuned.
creeping in my settings. It wasn't me. Saw me hit the red button. It wasn't me. I even had to say yes twice. It wasn't me. Man, it really wasn't that nice. It wasn't me. They deleted all my photos. It wasn't me. I was looking like, oh no, it wasn't me. Man, we all for the Instagram. It wasn't me. What about our sports talk, fam? It wasn't me. Would you guess my surprise?
Stop.
Leave it to artists.
There you
Leave
go.
it to artists.
I couldn't tag.
That's
the
why
shoulder page,
we
but
say who we
I
thought he was.
Hey, you
Hey, you hear it? You hear it?
Yes.
He was like, hey, you can crown them if you want to crown them.
Right.
But they are who we thought they were.
Oh man, he talking about some hype, boy.
That was perfect.
Look, it was.
perfect.
But, oh, can I get 5 seconds real quick?
5 seconds. Go ahead.
Nigga, y'all still the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Remember. Matter of fact, I watched that movie earlier before y'all came. he would say, make sure y'all never let them forget the night that they faced the Titans. Man, I was inspired. Like, come on, let's go and do this show, man. Where the guys at?
Right.
Come on. But no, great movie.
The messed up ending.
Right.
Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It just happened so fast. It was like, oh.
One day you're here. And then you go.
I mean, he was here a couple days after that.
10 years later.
And then he's gone.
Right.
But yeah, it's a great movie. Other news, the Red Sox, man, Boston Red Sox, last year they won a whole damn thing. Then a couple of days ago, they fired the president of baseball operations.
Real quick.
Ooh-wee.
And Mookie Betts was like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
hey, I think Mookie was in on it because his response was, "Hey, bro, this is a business."
Right. It is what it is.
Like somebody go to jail, you say, don't drop the soap.
Hey, Jay said left side, strong side.
Strong side.
That's what I'm talking about, man. We got some cool people, man. Who comment. Appreciate y'all.
I'm gonna go home and watch that.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna be ready to shed a tear. Cause boy, when he walked in, can't see the complexion. I was like, this is what segregation started ending right here.
Man.
This movie.
I
Back then.
almost had a third tear come out for real. I'm
You feel me? I had one. I was
like, man, god damn. But yeah, so
What a way.
going back, so they fired the president of baseball operations.
Wow.
And now they're saying that they may not hold on to both Mookie Betts, Ching Ching, Hello Cardinals, or JD Martinez.
First of all, Mookie ain't going nowhere. I know that.
I don't know, man.
I know we're gonna get into bird talk right now, but you remember that old hashtag fire Mo?
How you feel about that now?
I might have to.
Reconsider.
I'm not gonna say reconsider.
He just gonna turn.
I might
a neon sign.
I
for it. He
might
gonna turn the light
pause.
off.
I might pause the campaign.
I told you on the neon light. He just.
I might put the campaign on pause.
He gonna turn. The
I ain't
neon
turning
light
it off. It's on pause.
No,
the
it's
game
like
on pause.
It's like the open sign. You just turning it off, and then when it's back, you just turn it back on. But he campaign's back on.
It was done the whole time. I just didn't have it turned on.
Oh, this whole thing. You mean to tell me it wasn't on?
I know T-Bone somewhere like, yup, see, I told you.
Yeah, he been saying that for the past 2 weeks.
Speaking of which, T-Bone, if you're watching, I have to ask this question. With the success, because now there are
9:45.
there are sources saying that Mike Shilp is in a running for manager of the year now.
Wow, look at that.
So
Look at that. Look at God.
T-Bone,
Won't he will?
with that being said, do you now agree with Sadal in the reasons why we had to let go of Mike Matheny?
He ain't gonna agree with me. He ain't gonna agree with me. He lives.
I'm just gonna sit.
He
here and watch the
lives to
phone and wait for
give
the
me
phone
a
call.
gotcha. He lives to give me a gotcha. He ain't gonna agree with me
I gotcha.
Because
because he gonna turn around and it's gonna come right back around.
Because it's obvious that this team has done a complete 180 from what Matheny was doing or not doing to what Schilt has implemented to that
now
team.
we were critical. Now we were like, all right, now we were like that, but now we're like, okay, maybe he listened to somebody
Me,
or us, yeah,
Jesus,
all
I
of
don't
us.
know, somebody.
He listened to somebody, and now
Whatever deity,
whatever is happening right now, I like it.
is brutal.
Uh-oh. He says no.
See,
Uh-oh.
see,
Uh-oh.
see, told you, I told you, man. That's all I gotta say.
I told you.
You
Man.
ain't never gonna agree with me.
I told you. Man.
But yeah, they're saying that there's a high possibility that if the Cardinals win the division, in which they currently are 4 games up,
Yeah.
We just gotta hold on, man.
you got to hold on. But if they win the division, he will be a prime candidate to win Manager of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
So just want to see, your thoughts, T-Bone. You already know, what to do, But yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll see. Did you have anything else in regards to the round table?
Nah.
Nah, that's it, man.
All right. So yeah, continuing on with Bird Talk. So the Cardinals, they did lose game 1 last night against the Rockies. I have one concern with this team, which it has been a lingering problem all year long, and that is the offense, especially with me in the scoring position and the lack of production. They had a lot of opportunities last night to score game tying or game winning runs, and they fell short. And that's going to be the issue, especially if they go to the playoffs. You're going to be facing some good pitching in the playoffs. Your offense, you can't depend on Jack Flaherty and Hudson and the pitcher staff to, always just give out 1-run games or prevent runs from, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, but they
Your
inspired right now.
Oh yeah, but you can't rely on that throughout the whole postseason. Your offense has to show up. I said it on our Twitter page at 314 Sports Talk. There you go. That you have to your 3, 4, and 5 hitters: Goldschmidt, Ozuna, DeYoung. Y'all have to get locked in at the same damn time. It can't be just one person doing it and the other two guys are taking a break. We need all 3 guys to solidify the middle of the order.
Listen. We're in the last 3 weeks of the season.
About 15.
Now,
games?
all that up and down stuff was cool before the All-Star break and before the trade deadline. You can't go up, down now. This is where teams gain momentum right now. In the last 3 weeks of the
What you gonna
season.
say, Stan?
Why are you laughing, man? What did I say?
Because when you said, you sounded like somebody else. You can't go up, down, now.
All right, so T-Bone
can't.
says, I'm also not disagreeing. To be fair, we're in the same position during the past 2 years
To be fair.
as in first place at different points of the season. But these last 2 years, at this time, we weren't already in first place. We were
we
close,
Yeah,
trying to get there. This year, we coming in on
we
top.
coming in September in first place.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Well, actually, we almost halfway through September in first place.
Right.
Let's not make light of that.
Yeah.
I missed it. Yeah, we have the invasions of gnats going on, so trying to go get rid of them. So if you see me do anything weird, you'll see what I'm
You
doing.
just see us clapping at random times. You know that's what it is.
Right, ain't like we that excited, but But yeah, anyway, also T-Bone says, I've been saying that there are points where some teams play at a higher level year to year. Would you agree that the NL Central is not as competitive as previous years?
Oh, that is a lie. Because for previous years, it used to be like, all right, the Cardinals and somebody else. Now it's the Cardinals. Now it's the Cubs. Now it's the
it's pretty
Brewers.
competitive now.
Like, it's the top 3
Just
teams.
because we're in first place doesn't mean it's not competitive because
And then you got the Reds and the Pirates doing
Because the
stuff.
teams that's not in first place in the Central are in the fight for the wild card.
Now, T-Bone does have a point because the Cubs aren't playing like they had the last 2 years.
That is true.
And the Brewers
That is
definitely aren't playing how they were last year.
And I already told you. I said it before the season about the Brewers. I thought that that was just a one and done thing. It was a one time thing.
And then now,
Oh yeah.
you don't even know. But last night, Christian Yelich, the reigning MVP, out for the rest of the year.
Whoa, what? Why?
Fractured his knee.
Yeah,
He hit a foul ball and it went off of his bat to his kneecap, fractured it.
now he out for the rest of the year.
That's a freak kind of thing.
Yeah, and then the Cubs, Javi Baez, he could be out for the remainder of the year also, depending on if they go to the playoffs or not.
Dang.
He has a messed up finger, a fractured finger. So 2 big blows to two big stars on each respective team.
And all I'm saying is I'm not happy about it,
But I'm happy about it.
but it couldn't have happened at a better time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and to your point,
Depending on your
T-Bone,
perspective,
and to your point,
Oh, to
T-Bone,
us, this is great.
once again, yeah, the Cubs aren't playing like they have the last 2 years, but we have to play our schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we are playing better than what we have been doing the last 2 years.
If you're gonna want to perform well in the playoffs, you're gonna have to beat the teams that you need to beat.
Facts.
And
Colorado Rockies, you got to beat them, man.
you gotta
beat them.
There's no way in hell
You got to.
that you go to Colorado,
They're last place team. You got to beat them.
home of runs galore, and you only score 1 run.
You got to remember also the altitude.
That should be helping you out.
Yeah, because the ball is like it could sail out the park.
As it also helps the adamant objects. It also hurts the body. Remember how when everybody goes up there and plays football, they got to keep on that oxygen because the air is thinner up there.
They're playing a fast-paced game. Remember, though, you talking about football players. They're playing a fast-paced. They're constantly running around. Baseball, it's not like that.
Slow it down.
I mean, you still got to get acclimated to the difference.
Yeah, at a certain level, you do. I guess we're pitching.
At the end of the day, they say
And now today they finna kick ass.
they better. Stats. They had stats last night saying that the away teams who visit, of course, Colorado, are averaging like 6+ runs a game. So there's no excuse for them to only have 1 freaking run last night. That's why I said my main
You have to win those games. You
My
have to.
main concern is the offense not being consistent. You have to start getting locked in.
Remember when the Eagles beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl? What did we say was the key to the Patriots losing and the Eagles winning?
Keep your head down, foot on the gas.
Yes.
Foot on the gas.
Yes.
Cardinals have
Can't let
to
up.
keep the foot on the gas, man.
Can't let up at all.
You know what they need?
Because it could turn around in a week.
Yes.
I think they just need to like perch the Stanley Cup up in the locker room and just be like, we want one too, but not a Stanley Cup, the trophy.
Hey, side note, man. I work around the stadium there. They got a big mural, on the glass siding.
Yeah.
They got a big Stanley Cup there, and then got the logo, Blues 2018-19 champs.
That's what's
on
up.
there.
Yeah,
I wanted to take a
every
picture. I was driving though, but I had to take a picture of it.
Every team does that, but every team had our team, and we got it.
Yeah, it's the first time we seen it in our city, our stadium, ever.
Like ever.
Hey guys, I have some.
It was
breaking
beautiful.
news.
It was just beautiful.
I have some breaking news. So California just passed the college athlete bill, and this is huge. The California Senate unanimously passes the bill. They passed the bill that would allow college athletes to profit from their own name.
Already.
So it has started
Already.
in California.
Now that's the California. Now it can go to the Supreme Court.
UCLA.
It can go to the Supreme Court. If it goes to the Supreme Court,
Then it could be,
look out.
yeah. So
That could be nationwide.
now, exactly. Now the NCAA, they're fighting this because they're saying that it can give teams that like the Dukes, Carolinas, Kansas, all those big blue bloods.
Here's the
Hold
deal.
on. They're saying that it can give them a unfair competitive advantage because now those teams can profit those players more than, let's say, a Mizzou or a Valparaiso or whatever. That's what the NCAA is fighting against because they feel like it's going to be an unfair advantage.
I understand that, but you know what? Guess what? They can appeal that decision.
Cool.
The NCAA.
Okay.
And you know the next step. I don't know quite after the state. You know, pretty much they can appeal all the way to the Supreme Court, and then that's it. Supreme Court ruled it. That's it.
The floodgates are open.
The floodgates open for everybody.
Exactly.
Now, do they want to pursue it more?
I don't
And risk that. If they want to risk it, then it's trouble for everybody. Ain't trouble for the players though.
So as of right now, I guess with this law in place,
So let them appeal.
the state of California is going to be getting a lot of new recruits coming in.
Yeah, get that money. Hey, UCLA, you got a spot on the basketball team. You might see some blue chippers go.
And you know,
basketball,
Shaquille O'Neal's
football.
son Sharif plays for UCLA. He was out last year because he had a heart problem, but now he's back. And so yeah, he may be profiting very soon now.
Oh boy.
Hey, that's actually gonna make it a little difficult if you think about it.
I know, and that's why I was saying. That's why the NCAA was fighting it.
Yeah.
Because they're seeing the ramifications of bigger schools saying, "Here, come on, we got you, and we can profit off of what."
I like to give you history lessons, right? It ain't like this is the first
History
time.
lessons?
History lessons.
Historical quotes, maybe.
Yeah.
But history lessons? All right.
Well, okay, historical facts. How about that? You know, that sounds better, right?
Okay.
Back in the day.
Back in the day,
When I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. I just didn't wish I was a kid again.
Black players couldn't play in the South. They wouldn't allow the black players in the schools. In throughout the South, throughout the Southern schools. So what happened? A lot of the black colleges were scooping up those players, and these black colleges were powerhouses. I mean, they were a really good team.
I mean, well, naturally.
Yeah, I mean, naturally, right? As soon as these schools started to desegregate, guess what happened to the black colleges? Sadly, they went down because a lot of those athletes wasn't going there.
Yeah.
They were going to the greener pastures, to these schools. So it's happened before.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's happened before, and the game is fine.
I wasn't tripping off of that aspect. I was just going with, the NBA is trying to make this pipeline from high school to the league. And now it's like, okay, yeah, you got high school to the league, but then you can come here and spend time here and get this money.
I mean, but
and develop your game.
But in college, you're talking about a couple thousand, but in the NBA,
It's me.
you're talking about millions.
But look how much revenue these schools are bringing in.
T-Bone,
They're bringing in millions of dollars a year, every year.
T-Bone says, "I'm in the minority, but I don't think college athletes should get paid by schools. Please give us your reason."
A phone call in about
Reasons.
10,
The
9, 8,
The
7,
reasons.
6, 5.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But yeah, hey, please, for everyone who's watching,
to men.
Right.
for everyone who's watching, come with the comments. We want to engage in conversations with y'all throughout the whole show. That's what this show is about. So provide them reasons. The reason. Right. So yeah, so going back
Ain't
to
gonna lie to y'all fellas, them notes was a little flat.
Jay says I agree with T-Bone. So both guys, please explain your reasons. We want to know.
I just equate
on.
it to athletes in the Olympics. Athletes in the Olympics don't get paid, but you know what they do get? Endorsements.
Which
Just allow the players to get endorsements. Just those players that are good enough and that the company wants to endorse, let them get endorsements. Schools doesn't have to pay them necessarily. Just let them get endorsements. That settles that, right? Schools are not paying them.
Yeah.
Just allow them to get an endorsement. That's all.
And if you would allow us the time to go around the bases.
And,
Oh yeah, we gotta do that, right?
Right. And before we do that, I just want to break down the schedule real quick coming up for the Cardinals. So, never mind.
I knew it. I got
Oh
that.
boy,
Damn it.
it is T-Bone Funk time.
T-Bone, how you be, brother?
So close.
Another day or a new day,
It's a new day. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, so tell
Sorry
me
for
your thoughts about college athletes not getting paid.
There's a few reasons for it, but one of the main reasons is, I was a business major in school, right? So my thing is that a lot of people assume that there's a lot of stuff that's free and don't look at the back end of things. Yes, the schools make a lot of money off of these students, but if you're a student that's looking to go into the NBA or the NFL or something like that, one, the paying players, that's not going to work for every single school. And going back to what Sadal was just saying, if you're talking about HBCUs, you're going to put those schools at even more disadvantages than they are right now by saying that these people can profit off their names, because they're never going to get the best recruits or anywhere near that. But on the other note, from a business standpoint, man, the NCAA is marketing for all of these students. If you are looking to get in an NFL or NBA, the NCAA is marketing for you, because they are basically the people who are putting your name out there, not on jerseys. They're not selling jerseys, but you're getting a lot of TV time. And if you think about how much, TV shows pay or how much it costs to get TV time, that's a lot of money. That's opportunities that you're not going to get. And soon, if you didn't, or think about the players who say, all right, well, I'm not going to go the NCAA route. I'm going to go play basketball over in Europe or Asia or somewhere. Where's their exposure? It's not as prevalent as it is in the U.S. with the NCAA. That's all marketing. All that TV time, getting their faces out there and everything, that's all marketing for those students. And imagine how much a student, if they didn't go to college and they didn't go play over in Europe, imagine how much a student would have to pay to get that much TV time, to get that much exposure, to showcase their skills to head coaches in the NBA.
Hey, on that note, on that same note of marketing, say if a company wants to market a player, this wouldn't be a school paying these guys. This would be an outside entity, a shoe company. They wanna pay a top guy to advertise their shoe. Would you be opposed to that? Whereas
Yes, because it goes back to my first point about HBCUs. Because those students aren't going to get those same opportunities, which means that the top quality athletes are not going to want to go to those schools. They're going to want to go to Duke. They're going to want to go to Notre Dame or somewhere like that. And you're putting our schools at more disadvantages as it is. Now, if there was a way for revenue to where we're talking about revenue coming in for the NCAA to be distributed evenly to all schools, because again, even if you're not talking about HBCUs, let's say you're talking about a school like, let's say ST.LOUIS. It's right there. ST.LOUIS is a good school. It's got a basketball team, but you would agree that it's not always considered one of the top-ranked basketball teams nationwide, right?
Right.
Okay, so again, that's going to put them at disadvantages, because people are going to be less likely to go there because they're going to want to go to the places that have the most visibility.
Do you necessarily have to be at a certain place to get an endorsement? What if you were just a good player?
Okay, well, if
the endorsement's going to follow the player rather than the school.
Right, but if that player isn't seen nationwide, there's no point in them doing an endorsement. They're not going to do it. So if you're a player that's going somewhere to like North Carolina, or if you're talking about Notre Dame that has a national TV contract, then you're more likely to be seen everywhere. And obviously those places are more likely to get the top players. Therefore, because they're not just going to give out, think about how many schools there are. They're not going to give out 10,000 endorsement deals.
That's right.
They're going to
just
give
the top players.
Right, but again, why is it that why do you want the top 5% of players in college to get paid while other schools have programs that are going to fail more, and it's going to make it's going to make a lot of programs collapse because they're not going to be able to get that same exposure. They're not going to get those same top athletes. And I just don't think it's a good idea overall. Now, if you got the talent to make it to the NBA, you're going to make it to the NBA and you're going to get paid. If you're somebody who doesn't have that talent to get to the NBA or the NFL, then take that opportunity to get that free tuition and go ahead and graduate from that school with a skill or learn some type of trade that you can do at that school that's going to benefit you in the long run. I just don't understand the argument of getting paid just to get paid. Everybody's not going to get paid. Everybody's not going to get the same. You're going to have some athletes who may get $1 million in endorsements, and you're going to have some athletes who are not going to get anything and are still going to be paying for expenses and still can't do other stuff.
Real quick, I want to bring a highlight to our YouTube comments. Brian Baker left 2. His first one, he said, amateur athletes should look at the NCAA as an internship to get a job with $1 billion company, which pretty much that's what that would be. And then he also said, I'm all for them getting paid, but no way they're going to be able to distribute that income evenly unless they restrict it to Division I schools, which the courts clearly won't vote for.
And then Jonathan, shouts out to Jonathan. He says college costs $25,000 a year, and he also sees where you're coming from.
College costs $20,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about state school?
I don't know, John. If you can further elaborate on that, let us know. Then he also says, "I see what you're saying, Sadal." So he get where you're coming from. So my point is, in regards to the HBCUs. If you are a top tier athlete like a hot prospect, you're not even gonna be looking at an HBCU anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So,
or even a lower tier school for that matter.
Right, you're gonna automatically be looking at the big boys anyway, because most prospects are looking for that big dog.
That's what I was getting paid. That's what I was getting paid.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm not sure. In a HBCU standpoint, if that would really affect them or not, because a lot of HBCUs, they get the ones who weren't really, you know what I'm saying, that you can see them on ESPN. Or,
they wasn't that skilled. They didn't have that talent.
Right. So I'm not sure from an HBCU standpoint if that would really affect them or not. But then it also breaks down what Brian Baker was saying about they had to restrict it to Division I schools. A lot of HBCUs, like let's say for instance Harris Stowe, they're not, they're not a NCAA Division I school. They're that NAIA. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of them are NCAA. They're Division 1A.
Right.
They're not the ones that are nationally televised all the time. But you have schools like FAMU who are out there. There's other schools who are doing other things, but it all depends on what school you're talking about. Harris Stowe doesn't have a football team, and I don't think they have a basketball team.
No, Harris Stowe does have a
they have a basketball team
and a baseball team and soccer.
Everything except
for football.
There's no space for a football field on campus.
But yeah, I mean, look, I don't like saying, okay, I have this college athlete that's going out here and going to practice, doing everything one way. Why you have and listen, I don't know if everybody knows, but for the record, I went to an HBCU in undergrad, and we're already at big disadvantages when it comes to what we can do versus other big schools who have big donations and everything like that. I was in the band during college. We could not go to every away game. But I'm pretty sure if I went to Ohio State, I would have been traveling every weekend like a football team.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes down to a lot of things where our schools are able to do a lot of things the other schools are. And for me, it's one of those, the rich are going to get richer in that situation, and it's going to create more of an opportunity, a harder opportunity for HBCUs to even catch up.
And this is very cool because we are getting a lot of nice comments. So it looks like this is like a little hot button issue right here, which is good. Mm-hmm. This is what our show is about. So keep coming with them comments, y'all. We appreciate it. This definitely will be discussed further because now, as you said before, California just started it. But what if someone else? What if Carolina started doing it?
Yeah, and what if the NCAA wants to appeal that rule?
Yeah.
And it goes nationwide. It goes to the Supreme Court. And then after that, if the Supreme Court says, hey, they rule it constitutional, ain't nothing you can do. So now what do you do?
Let's see.
And it opens up a can of worms.
Brian Baker said a lot of HBCUs go to the national tournament, which is true. But once again, a lot of these HBCUs, they don't typically acquire a lot of 4-star, 5-star
This is
athletes.
before they get paid.
Right.
This is before they're getting paid.
Okay.
This is like right now.
But
So what is
here's the
the?
thing.
So what's the difference now than if they getting paid? This is the same thing. Same thing's gonna happen.
So listen, if right now you're saying, okay, well, HBCUs don't get these players anyway. Well, first stop before you go that route. Ask yourself why. First ask that question first. It's just like saying, well, I mean, I don't know why there's not a lot of black people on the boards of a lot of these top companies. I don't understand why. Ask yourself why before you just say, well, they don't get those players anyway. So here's the thing: if you're talking about adding money into the equation, those schools are not going to be able to capitalize on that money to be able to get students there. So what I'm saying is that again, take my school as an example. In Frankfort, Kentucky, smack down in the middle between the University of Louisville and the University of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
My school, even if there was an opportunity for a player to say, I'm thinking about going there, I may have roots there. I may have grown up in this area. I've seen the school. I've grown up with the school. I kind of like the school. It's different from these other schools. Well, if you start throwing money into the equation as well, then my school's not going to be able to capitalize on the same thing because you have the University of Kentucky that's going to be able to use their marketing stuff as it is, get endorsement deals or whatever from other people because they have the visibility that my school doesn't.
Right, but at the same token, if you are a hot shot basketball player, you're not waking up saying, I want to go to this HBCU. You're gonna start off saying, I want to go to Kentucky or I want to go to Duke. That's the only point that I'm saying is I'm not sure if that's going to really affect HBCUs like that. Brian Baker brought up Kenneth Fareed. He went to HBCU and look at him now. Exactly. But and I'm not sure if he came in as a 4 or 5-star, athlete at that time or prospect at that time. But I just know I'm just thinking if I'm a big time player, my first thought is not going to be Harry Stowe.
Right.
And especially like right, especially if I'm coming from St. Louis. My first two I'm gonna say is probably if it's in state, I'm gonna say either SLU or Mizzou. I'm not gonna say HB, Harris Stowe or
UMSL. I went to UMSL.
What's the college of whatever pharmacy, whatever. I'm gonna say the big boys first. That's all I'm saying.
But see,
If you
again,
need to say in
listen
Oregon.
to what you're saying. You're already saying that those are the big boys. Those are the schools that matter. Why is it that we can't get? And again, I don't want to derail your conversation because this is just a point that you made in passing. I just said my point. I don't want to hold the show up. But why is it that when we talk about colleges, we can't start getting people to say, well, you know what? I mean, I know people have talked about Mizzou and they've talked about SLU, and like I said, you live in St. Louis where Harris Stowe is a school that's been growing a lot and is just now become a university, I believe, over the past few years. It was just a college before then. But, when you talk, if you live in Florida, you got Bethune-Cookman, you have FAMU down here, and we're talking about schools that can go put people into the Citrus Bowl down here for a classic. It's not like these schools, in St. Louis, you had the Gateway Classic year over year. It's not like these schools can't put on games and bring people to these arenas it's not set up that way, and people automatically dismiss HBCUs in the fact of, well, I mean, they're not the big boys. Why is that?
Because they don't promote themselves like Kentucky, like the Dukes, in regards to being that basketball school, or like Alabama being that football school. They promote themselves as just being that like Harris Stowe is known for teaching.
Yeah.
But again, you're using Harris Stowe because that's the most common example for you.
Okay. No, all right. So look. So different school, Livingstone College, that's known to great broadcasters who's came through St. Louis. You know, Dan McLaughlin. You know, other guys who's been to. I mean, I'm sorry, not Livingstone. What's the one out in St. Charles? Start with the L.
Lindenwood.
Yeah. There we go. That school.
Livingstone College.
I'm sorry.
You're using schools that are along the same lines as UMSL right now. I'm talking about when you talk about HBCUs and you hear about HBCUs and you talk about like Howard.
All right.
About Morehouse.
All right, you're right. So like all right, Grambling. No, they're known for, you know, they're having their regular football games. You know, the Grambling versus Morehouse or whoever they play whatever at the Superdome. But once again, they don't promote themselves like that school, like Alabama.
Because they don't have the resources to do that, and that's what I'm saying. You're saying that they don't promote themselves. The bottom line is, all the schools that you see that have these big sports programs, listen, they don't have sports programs just to say that they won the championship and just to say, well, we're a football school, you know. No, sports are marketing tools for schools. You can only do that when you have alumni who spend big money for you, when you have, and again, it sounds like I'm making excuses for HBCUs, but we're talking about you have to have money to be able to spend money to market yourself as what you're saying these other schools do. University of Kentucky, University of Alabama, they spend all that money because that money is, again, marketing. It gets them time on TV. It gets them more students because more students grow up in that culture of, oh, man, that University of Alabama, I watched that with my dad. Oh, we grew up watching this. Oh, I want to go to the University of Alabama now. That's what sports is for schools. It's marketing, is to get students there. And the more competitive they are, the better that is. But look how much Nick Saban gets paid to coach the University of Alabama versus how much an HBCU can pay their head coach. How much money goes into everything that happens with those schools, with those programs, because we're talking about schools with larger marketing budgets. And that's not going to increase with students getting paid.
I just still don't see the interest changing because they would get paid in regards to HBCU compared to, you know, the big dogs.
Yeah, because even if they're not getting paid now,
right?
And I don't see the difference.
Right.
I don't see the difference. I don't think it would move the needle that much.
But
go
ahead. I'm sorry.
It won't. It won't move the needle, and it's not going to make a difference. But again, if you're saying, if you were taking this and changing the context and saying, you know, there's not a lot of black head coaches in the NFL right now. I mean, there's a couple who are there. I mean, they don't really last that long, but you know, they're there. But then you turn around and say, you know what, the NFL decided to continue to pay head coaches more and more money, except the minorities. What would you say? You'd be like, what? That doesn't make sense. So that's all I'm saying is the rich are getting richer in this situation, and it's not helping the schools out who actually could use a lot of help when it comes to their athletics, because there's a lot of HBCUs whose athletic programs are going by the wayside because they don't have the money to continue pouring in. And you're just saying, hey, let's give these other schools even more of a revenue generator.
All right. Well, once again, this has been a great conversation.
Excellent.
Perhaps we can put it on the next week's, barbershop talk.
Exactly. So definitely next week, once again, we'll be at Cuts and Styles doing our own version of the shop. So we're gonna have more conversations just like this. But T-Bone, I definitely appreciate you definitely chiming in regards to this, and I gotta feel you may have some more comments later on. And we discussed this one particular topic. Oh, he's safe.
Oh, yes.
So right now we're watching the Cardinals and the Rockies. It's the bases loaded with one out.
Look at McMahon messing up sports.
Yep. And as I said before, my concern has been the offense and what they do with men in scoring position.
Yeah.
It's less than 2 outs. You have bases loaded. Will they score a run? We'll see.
You know what? Circle back perfectly to our
But T-Bone,
round the bases.
Thanks for the conversation, though, brother.
All right, y'all.
All right, man.
All right, T-Bone, hang loose. That's what they say in Hawaii.
All right, so dog, how we looking in the American League?
It's so in the American League around the bases, man. New York Yankees is dominating. What's new? Right there. And AL Central, the Twins are pulling ahead of the Indians right now.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. What we got?
Brian
Baker!
Oh, my God.
Brian B. Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh, my God.
What's happening? What's going on?
Yeah, man. So you had a
I just want to say something real quick. I know y'all went a long time on this spiel, so I'm going to make mine real short and sweet because I love T-Bone. I love his energy and his knowledge and everything, but I honestly didn't even think I was going to get a chance to get on with y'all because I'm like, I know he's going to run with that one. So I love the conversation. I love the point. Hey, y'all all 100% right. Only thing I wanted to say was I think the not going to HBCU for national exposure is a cop-out. Because most of these kids already got their draft picks signed their senior year in high school. So it don't even matter where they play after that. You look at Michael Porter Jr., didn't even play for Mizzou. It was a number 5 pick. LaMelo Ball went to Lithuania, and we saw every game in that little bitty country.
Yeah.
So you can go wherever you want to go if you're a blue-chip athlete in high school. And it takes almost like a Jackie Robinson type of dude where you get one of them top 5 guys like, you know what, I'm going to test the waters. And I'm going to go to like a TSU or a Morehead State or something like that. Harris Stowe, I know we in St. Louis is not a good comparison because it's a low tier, like a Division II, Division III HBCU. You got to talk about the Division I ones that actually make it to the tournament. And if you paid attention the last 5 years, the big team is not doing as good in the tournament. And more people are watching these smaller schools. So if you're a blue chip athlete, you can go to a school like that, have that same income from the same dollars and same draft pick, and go to a school like that and make that change. And then going forward, the rest of those athletes will say, well, he did it, I could do it. And that's what will change the narrative slowly. But I just wanted to put that on there and say that y'all doing a hell of a show today. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually hiding from my supervisor, taking out this show right now. And I'm going to try to stay tuned, man, and I'm going to try to see if I can stay tuned all the way through the whole show, but I just want to let y'all know y'all doing a great show, man, and put those points out there.
And just to piggyback.
Hey, we appreciate that, man.
Yeah, definitely. Just to piggyback, a lot of teams, like you said, who are starting to, fight back against these power schools, the reason why they're doing that now because they're getting tired of always seeing these major conferences coming in and, in the tournament and do a big thing. So it's kind of like it's a personal pride thing with schools like, FAMU and, these other schools who've been coming up all of a sudden in these tournaments and making noise, who's shocking the world.
Butler,
right,
past.
right. They're seeing, okay, well, I didn't get my just due because I didn't go to a Kentucky or a Duke. So it's that personal pride that's kicking in. You get a lot of these Duke schools in Kentucky and Michigan, whatever else. They're taking these teams for granted because they're like, oh, well, we're the big guys. We come.
Well, the main reason for that is because y'all 100% right, and it go back to when y'all say the rich get richer. Because if you look at a team like Duke every year, when they do play the smaller schools, you gotta come to Duke. Yeah. Duke don't come to them and get their revenue up and share dollars with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the problem is. You got a cupcake schedule, what they call a cupcake schedule, only because you're not playing them on neutral territory or you're not actually going to do road games down there. You got to make them come to Duke every year. So that's why I said what I said earlier about the dollars won't be distributed evenly is because they already got their eye on certain teams to make them money all the time. You already know the Maui tournaments and all these little preseason tournaments, and then when the season starts, everybody got to come to their stadium and this and that. It's already set in stone. Duke, Michigan, Kansas, and Kentucky gonna always play the first major game on ESPN every year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them 4 teams play each other every single year. They got a contract for that. So that's why I said what I said earlier about even if people was gonna get paid, it's gonna be a big misunderstanding because even if a big player comes in and plays for a certain school, he's not gonna get them dollars if he don't go to one of them blue blood schools like we said.
Yeah. And just want to go over everything in regards to T-Bone. I'm not saying or disagree with anything that you're saying at all. All thing that I'm just stressing is that I don't see in regards to a top a 4 or 5 star athlete, I don't see him saying I want to go to, this and that school outside of the big boys. That's all that I'm saying, and I don't think that
right, very true, yeah.
I don't see that the money situation is going to change that. Now it may affect the Kentucky schools compared to maybe the Mizzou's.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now I can see that, but in regards to just that, those Division 1s to Division 1As or the smaller conferences, I'm not sure if that will affect anything, but we shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 100% right, and like I said, I ain't disagreeing neither. Honestly, if I was in that position, I wouldn't do it neither because just for the simple fact that 10, 20 years down the line when you watching the tournament, and you got some colors on and you rocking with whoever, like say if you went to Oregon or even like Arizona or something like that, you're not going to go back and be checking out what Tennessee State doing 10 years from now.
Right.
You might stop by a game or something like that, but you're not going to for bragging rights by itself just for that factor. I'm just saying my skill on it is it's not impossible and it's not like they're going to lose money going to the HBCU because like I said, most of these guys, because the NCAA put that format that they can't skip from high school to the pros, it don't matter where they go that first year, they still got their draft pick set in place just based off what they did in high school. And that's the only thing I wanted to put out there. But y'all are 100% right, man. I got to roll. I'm going to continue to watch. But definitely glad you brought that subject up, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it. You have a good one, B.
All right, man. I'll get with y'all, man.
All right. So now
I'm going to say this. It'll get fixed. If Brian's son go to HBCU, that'll solve everything.
Change the narrative.
Plus, it don't matter where the hell he go. That's LeBron James' son.
Right, because he'll bring instant revenue to any school he goes to.
Instant.
All right, so
I just feel like sons of elite basketball players should go.
But here's the thing.
I'm gonna say children, because Kobe got daughters, and I guarantee you they're gonna be cold.
But here's the thing about LeBron and Dwayne Wade's kids is that by the time they're ready for college, what's going to happen? They're going to have the NBA rule change
allegedly
and go right to the league anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not even going to.
So it's sitting there,
All right. So what I'm hearing is the HBCU.
It's probably going to affect football more than basketball because we're looking at it as a basketball point. But
Yeah. But once again.
But you know what?
Thanks for the conversation.
Either way, whatever we
bases.
think about that, if it goes to the Supreme Court, ain't nothing else nobody can do about it.
But
we
can do.
Here we go.
Wrap around these bases. Sit on.
Yes. So we already talked about the Yankees. They're in first place. That's a done deal, pretty much. Twins.
Damn, Boston. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Boston.
When did it drop that low?
Yeah. They tanking.
Oh.
This is September tank.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
It's a September tank.
That's the reason why they going for the issue.
They ain't even in the wild card picture.
They really not.
Actually,
they're not. They're 9 games behind.
They ain't.
You know who close? Cleveland. They only a half game behind.
Right, and then the Indians
Ooh,
do have an outside shot.
Yeah, they do.
They're only 5 games back.
Yeah,
and things can happen in the next few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a race.
All right.
Astros race. That ain't no race.
It's a wrap.
They 9.5 games up. They got that on lock. And what's the wild card looking like?
So we have the Tampa Bay Rays. They are a game and a half up over the Oakland Athletics. And then the Cleveland Indians are a half a game behind Oakland for the second spot. National League.
What's going on, guys? It's Stan covering the National League standings here on the Platform Sports Talk Show. I'm going to start in the West. The Dodgers.
Done.
That's it. Moving on to the East. You got the Atlanta Braves That's about it too.
Yeah, that's about it.
Sad case, Philly thought they were gonna do everything. They're worse than the Nationals are right now.
Wow.
Moving on to the NL Central. Oh, this makes me smile every week. Pittsburgh's playing like ass. That's just that.
Got a little Bob Minnery going on.
Yep, pretty much. If you look at Cincinnati, they're playing a step above ass. They're playing like booty. If you look at Milwaukee, it's a shame what happened to Christian Yelich.
Wow.
They are right now 5 games behind. We can, I wouldn't say expect the number to tank, but I wouldn't expect it to get higher. Cubs are crap. And, you know, there's this team, downtown St. Louis. Right now, we are 4 games above those crappy Cubs. We're doing good. We're doing so good, we're in first place.
We're in first place.
And that's the St. Louis Cardinals, baby. And in the wild card.
Look who's number 1. They have the Washington Nationals. They are 2.5 games up over the Cubs. And right behind the Cubs, we have the Brewers at 1 game. The Phillies at 2. The Diamondbacks right there as well.
The Phillies are close for a wild card, but as far as clinching divisions, nah.
Diamondbacks 2.5 in the wild card. The Mets are still in it, 3 games behind.
Also, shout out to the Dodgers. They went ahead and clinched the division.
But
Yeah, that was a done deal.
But will they seal the deal?
Nah, they can't. That's why when you were talking about the Dodgers, I was like, dear God, the only difference between this year and last year is they won't make it to the World Series.
Yeah, well, that debate might come true, but you know, we was talking about a couple weeks ago.
They'll lose beforehand.
7 years in a row they won the division
And ain't won the World Series.
Couldn't do nothing.
Exactly.
How you do this? 7 years.
How you do it 108 years?
Oh.
That's even worse than 7 years, right?
Oh.
That's 7 decades. More than 7 decades.
First of all, that's just shy of 11. And you know, the Cubs didn't make it. Period. Like the Cubs didn't do period.
Period.
Like it's worse with the Nationals because they've done it. I mean, not the Nationals, dear Lord, the Dodgers, because they've done it, but they just couldn't
get over the top. I mean, over the hump. Excuse me.
Well, yeah, over the top, over the hump, same thing.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into some college.
We still got football. Even
Let's
Look,
get
it's
into
cool.
it.
Oh, man.
It's cool because my Ducks whooped that ass. Woo!
And they now what, 1-1?
I don't give a damn.
I can't talk.
Yeah, because I wasn't here to see your reaction to the Auburn game.
Ooh, because that was some. But yeah, what?
I wasn't here.
He wasn't.
It would have been last
It was
week.
last week. Yeah.
I wasn't here. Yeah.
So he didn't see your reaction.
I didn't see yours.
Because, you know, with Oregon losing and Mizzou lost the first week, I'm like, God.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to give myself 5 seconds because that was some buttery bullshit. That's what that was. That's exactly what that was. Oh, my God.
Oh, they had the game in hand.
But
I'm sitting there like,
both teams, Mizzou and
They both
Oregon, won
redeemed
last
themselves.
I'm
week.
sitting there like, who's this Bo dude? Where did you come from?
Out of
Somebody
nowhere.
put a hit on this one.
Right.
Get him handled.
So a lot of
He's a legend in the making over there in Auburn.
yeah, and he got that first name just already.
Bo.
Man, look,
Bo
Bo
knows.
got that first name.
Because there was another Bo that came about 30 years before him.
Exactly.
That tore it up and won the Heisman Trophy.
I mean, yeah, but that Bo was a running back. This Bo is a quarterback. And that Bo know you got to come after Cam. That boy got cleats to fill. Collegiate-wise, you know.
Yeah.
NFL.
Fashion-wise, no. Oh, my Lord. I should have brought that up. You know what? I'm going to say that for the Idiot of the Week.
All right. But yeah, so
I just thought about it. I wish we could put up a picture of that.
Boy looked a
Wish you could
damn
put a
fool.
picture. Can you put a picture up?
and who was it? Who is it?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Cam Newton's
Lord, that look that he had. Lord, but
we will talk about that later.
before the NFL, going back to college, there were some great games. One in particular,
Yes, there were.
LSU versus Texas. That was an incredible game. LSU, they finally have a quarterback, and now that they have a good quarterback, Alabama can start being like, oh, wait a minute. It may not be such an easy road now.
Alabama was good last year.
Like, wait a minute. With Clemson
If this is the same person, he was good last year.
Yeah.
Did pretty good. Sounds like now, because I haven't seen any games. Sounds like now he's really doing well now. Like I think he's like playing up to his potential.
All I know is
His name is Joe Burrow. Had an incredible game against Texas.
Okay.
And won at Texas. So
Won at Texas.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, real quick, I just want to go back to week 2 and look at this score: 77-6.
But who they play?
I don't give a damn. We scored 77 points over. They actually played Nevada, so it ain't like it's
On
just
Nevada for real?
some little run of the mill. It's a D1 school.
Okay.
Yeah, the Wolf Pack got that at. Wait,
That's
that ain't
Colin.
the
That's
Wolfpack.
Colin Kaepernick school.
Right. Not bad.
Is Nevada the Wolf Pack?
Yep.
Yeah, they are the Wolf
Yeah.
Pack.
Okay.
Yeah,
Colin played on that team, man.
77-6.
They always had a great offense too.
Colin ain't taking a knee for that.
Yeah, so
But maybe he did for prayer.
Right.
let's go ahead
for Nevada, man.
And run these rankings.
The AP Top 25 poll starting at number 25.
At number 25, we've got the University of Virginia.
Number 24, we have USC.
23 you have Washington.
What? Excuse me?
Oh, Washington.
There you go.
Thank you. Boy, you almost got cussed out. At number 22, we've got Boise State.
At number 21, we have Maryland.
20 we have. Should I say it again? Or
No, that's
okay.
it.
Okay.
That's it.
Well,
no,
I mean, I
that's
had to
Washington
ask.
State.
You know, I ain't trying to get slapped. Washington State.
At number 19, we have Iowa.
At number 18, we have Michigan State.
Number 17 we have UCF.
At number 16, we have Texas A&M. Sadar, you better say it with some heart in your chest.
At number 15, we got Oregon. Say it again. Oregon. Say it again. Oregon.
Win the day, baby. All right.
14 back to reality. We have Wisconsin.
At number 13, we have Penn State.
At number 12, we have Texas.
Number 11 we have Utah.
At number 10, we've got Michigan.
At number 9, we have Florida.
Number 8 Auburn.
At number 7, we've got Notre Dame.
Number 6, we have Ohio State.
Oh, Stanton. Number 5 we have Oklahoma.
Come on.
You better say it with your chest.
And at number 4, we've got the LSU Tigers. Go Tigers!
No! At number 3, we have them Georgia Bulldogs.
Woo!
Number 2.
I just feel like that's how he hype himself up every morning.
Number 2 we have Stephen A's Roll Tide.
That's fine. Because
He's like a WWE villain, man.
Right.
Because at number 1, we've got Clemson. And that is your AP Top 25 brought to you by the Platform Sports.
I'm telling you, man.
Sources E.
Ed Orgeron is the prototypical perfect college coach, man.
Yes, he is.
I love to see his interview. I just folks you know we got need some water.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. That's all you can say. You go back. Hey, what did that man say? I don't know.
Thank you, Coach. Here it is. I couldn't be a reporter interviewing him. I'm here with Coach Orgeron now. Yes, and what about that last drive at the end of the third quarter? Thank you for your time, Coach.
Back to you, Chip. Back to you, Chip.
Now here it is, and then I just tell the cameraman, "Oh God, I'm playing for the closed caption guy tonight." Now, it's like I hope nobody.
And then you see the closed caption. You turn on the closed caption. It's like all question marks.
Hold on. That little diamond
bouncy
with
ball.
the question mark in it.
The bouncy ball, like.
You know how when it's an unknown character and they put the diamond with the question mark in it?
Oh yeah.
Just don't have that right there. Just one of those.
All right, y'all.
Oh man.
We getting there.
Yeah, we getting there slowly but surely.
NFL talk. Thoughts on the previous week and upcoming games coming up starting tomorrow.
From what I hear, it was a lot of duds being thrown up there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that wasn't ready to play week 1.
A lot of people.
And a lot of people getting thrown out of the game in week 1.
Getting throwed.
Getting thrown.
How you get thrown out the game? And guess who it was who got thrown out? Who? Former Ram, Greg Robinson.
This fool. Oh my God!
So
former offensive lineman,
right?
Because I saw the clip, he was kicking somebody.
Exactly.
Like, what are you doing? You ain't Ndamukong Suh.
Hey, he took dog pound to a whole different level.
Right. And Leonard Fournette, man, what are you doing?
Breaking news. LeBron James was denied his Taco Tuesday trademark.
I'm gonna bring that up too. Yeah.
Because it is a commonplace message.
Taco Tuesday.
He needs to do psych. It's Taco Tuesday.
Right.
You got to throw in extra words.
There you go. So overall, man, there were some great games, especially this past Monday night. Saints, Texans. I was telling my boy Evan at work, coaches have to start being prepared. Well, realize who you're playing against. There was a stretch in which the Texans scored under like 2 minutes left to go in the game.
Like a minute or something.
Right, exactly. So when they scored a touchdown, they still gave the Saints like about 50-something seconds left to go in the game. You have to realize who you are playing against. Teams like the Saints, the Rams,
freaking Breeze,
the Packers, you cannot give teams more than maybe 30 seconds to have the ball.
I hope to add a team to that list, the Patriots.
Oh, and the Chiefs.
Oh, God.
You cannot give teams like that more than 30 seconds to score, to go at least past the 50-yard line for a field goal if you are within a 3-point victory or not. Now, of course, if it's a touchdown, you good. That's okay. But if you are within a 3-point range of possibly losing a lead, you have to be smarter by making sure that your team doesn't score too fast. Because that's the thing now. You can score too fast and end up losing.
Yeah.
Now, remember a couple years ago or maybe last year how you were talking about how come Todd Gurley kept on stopping at the 1-yard line or whatever and not going to the end zone.
Yeah. Pissing me the hell off.
That's the reason.
He playing team ball.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's being smart. Now,
Now,
granted, when he did that, they may have had like a 2 touchdown lead, whatever, but you still don't want to give the other team no kind of opportunity to do anything.
None.
So,
I have no problem with that.
Right. So starting tomorrow, or whatever.
Remember Deshaun Jackson's famous run back, and he
it was beautiful,
and he ran the length of the goal line, not crossing it, so he can juice all that time out.
Yeah.
Did it purposely.
Yeah. So
same Meadowlands.
Yeah, same concept.
So basically, know your opponent. You have to start thinking smarter. Okay, if I'm playing against Aaron Rodgers and them, I can't expect to get a touchdown and give them a minute left to go to score a field goal. Because in 2 or 3 plays, they could be at your 40-yard line, and that's a field goal right there. So you just got to be smarter.
I just want to take the time to give these little glory W's their moment. I just want to shout out all the fans of the Dallas Cowboys.
Uh-oh. Are they for real or no?
No, I ain't even talking about that. Because that was DeMarcus Lawrence himself. I'm just talking about the fans who've been out here talking all this mess after a lopsided victory over the Giants.
The who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I just want to give them their congratulations now, hopefully, potentially, for the next 2 weeks, actually. Because up next, they've got the Redskins and the Dolphins.
Yeah, you supposed to beat them teams, bro.
Yeah, so congratulations. Holla at me in week 4.
If you don't beat them teams.
By the way, week 4, they got the Saints.
Oh.
And if I'm not mistaken.
Jay says he was getting his ass kicked per usual. Who are you talking about?
Who?
Jay, who you talking about in regards to getting his ass kicked per usual? Then
it was probably.
And then he also says, or don't play prevent defense. So like for instance, this past Monday night when the Texans scored that touchdown, you had once again less than a minute. Y'all probably playing more of a prevent safe defense. You can't play zone or prevent against Drew Brees.
They'll pick you apart
easily. Somebody
said, "What's the difference between a picture of the Houston Texans and the pictures of a choke artist?" And they were like, "Nothing."
Oh. What the sound effects at today?
We really ain't been having sound effects.
We ain't had one at all.
We ain't had those moments.
Right,
We've been having
true.
serious ass conversations.
Right. Oh my bad.
Oh. Wow. Wow. I wonder where they are. I wonder where they are. Woo. Talking all that mess.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Got your back.
Gotta
Jack.
love it, man. All right.
Smooth. Be a little bumpy sometimes.
Hey, hold on. What did DC Young Fly say on that one of them shows? Oops.
The St. Louis one. Oops.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cowboy fans, holler at me after week 4.
Jay was talking about Greg Robinson getting his ass kicked per usual.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say again, Cowboy fans, holler at me week 4.
Okay.
When y'all got the Saints
Man,
in New Orleans.
the Jets, they lost.
They may say the same thing to us.
Oh yeah, I'm
This
confident
week.
about this, but they coming. Well, not here.
there.
There.
Yeah.
They're away from. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean.
When you turn the knob to the left, the hot water comes out.
But once again the Jets, they lost to the Bills. What the hell was going on with that?
Hey, that was a 1-point game. That was close.
Yeah. I mean they're two like evenly matched teams.
Is Lamar Jackson for real or no?
He
I
did
want to
pretty
see
good
him.
for a
I want
running
to see
back.
him.
Right.
I want to see him develop further as a quarterback. We've seen him running. But
did
we've
you-
seen him run.
did-
I haven't seen any of these.
He had a
games.
perfect quarterback rating on Sunday. He had like 5 aerial touchdowns. The score was like 69-10.
59.
59-10. Excuse me. Yeah. He had like
He had 3 touchdowns on the
he
first
had
half.
like 400
first quarter. Sorry.
He had like 300, 400.
Was this a Louisville game?
It felt
Looked like it.
Man.
Oh man, but
Let me.
Oh, and shouts out to Kyler Murray, man. First half against
I heard he came back, man.
yeah, the first half against the Lions, he looked like he should be in college still.
Yeah.
Second half, if he plays like he did in the second half throughout the rest of the season,
I heard he showed a lot of heart for a
yes,
rookie.
he did. Hey, watch out. This team could be serious. Now, the only
Not against
issue,
the Rams, though. Not against the Rams.
I'm about to say, I ain't worried about it. It's still the damn Cardinals.
the only issue is, will his height be a factor? Because he had about 4 deflections last game against
He's
the
only
Lions.
an inch shorter than
Russell.
Westbrook.
Yeah.
So he got
Russell. I'll do the same thing. You good?
Russell
I'm
Wilson.
about to say both of y'all said it, and then I'm sitting up here. Yep, that's right. But yeah, Lamar Jackson threw for 324 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions.
And then,
Perfect QB rating, and they trolled everybody.
so after the game, sources are saying that a lot of Miami Dolphins players are going to their agents
It was like,
requesting to be
Get
traded.
me out of here.
Already.
Wow.
After the first game.
Damn.
And then Ocho Cinco tweeted, "I'll play for the Dolphins."
So Jay says the Dolphins are full of a team that does not want to play for the Dolphins.
But they trade half they good players away. I heard they traded away Tunsil.
Yeah.
And
to the Texans.
Yeah, they did.
Still.
So you know what they got to do? Trade the rest of them.
Where they go? Steals
the
went
other one
to
So then Jay says everybody's going to blow them out, and then he says Fitz tragic. Not magic, but Fitz tragic.
Also, prayers up to Nick Foles because that's messed up.
That is.
Yeah, I heard he
Very unfortunate.
Broke his clavicle in
Yeah.
the first game.
the same one he
After his
heard
first
before.
pass.
Very unfortunate.
It's the same
man.
one he heard before, and he said, "Well, the good news is it's only week 1, and he can come back week 8, because I think they said Aaron Rodgers had the same injury."
No, they
said he out for the season.
No.
Now he's saying out for the season now?
No, he's on the injured reserve, and he can't come back until week 11.
Well, it took Aaron Rodgers 8 weeks for him to heal. He did come back that season, so all is not lost. It's only week 1.
Also, it only took 1 week for us to get a crazy trade.
But by that time, they might be
out.
out of the running by that time, week 11.
Who? The Jags?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that changed my whole pick'ems too. Oh well. Speaking of which, I think it's that time, right?
You want me to get my pick in for the?
Last
Pickles
week.
be damned.
Last week, of course, Sadal was not here, so he can provide his predictions in regards to the division winners and who's going to represent the AFC and the NFC and who's going to go all the way. Sadal, the floor is yours.
Okay, in the AFC East, some team in Boston. In the AFC West, the Chiefs. AFC North, the Ravens, and AFC South, the Texans.
Okay.
All right, in the NFC
Real quick before you
East.
move forward, I just want to point out I picked the Browns, and they just told me, "Ha!" That's what they told me on Sunday.
I did too.
They laughed in my face.
I didn't pick the. I didn't pick. I predict them to go to the wild card though.
Okay.
And I remember I said that they would go to the AFC Championship game.
I gave them Browns a 5, so they got years.
I didn't give them the division yet. NFC East, I picked the Cowboys. NFC West, the Rams.
Yep.
NFC North, the Vikings. And NFC South, the Saints. Your AFC champs are the Chiefs. Yes, not the team in Boston, but the Chiefs. And the NFC champs are the Saints. And the Saints with their crying ass will win the Super Bowl.
Now you had the Chiefs and who? The Rams.
I had Chiefs and Rams.
And you had the Rams.
And I had the
winning?
Rams. winning.
I had Chiefs and the Rams, but I had the Chiefs winning.
Okay.
So
So look at us all having different teams.
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right.
So now we can get into the pick.
Now
He
it's
ain't
time.
even complete the run. What the hell?
See a picture. He ain't trying to.
I don't give a damn.
Okay.
Follow through.
Yes, sir. So. All right. So now
So what we always do.
we have
There's some
The
bull.
results.
the platform. Pick 'em.
I just want y'all to know I have missed this, and I'm glad it's back. And I also can't wait for halfway through the NBA season for them standards.
You know what? Brian Baker didn't even give me his picks for next week.
Gosh darn it.
Oh well. I'll see if he can.
B.
get
Baker,
some-
whenever you rewatch this or watch it again, go ahead and do them, get them to us, and we'll go from there.
Right. All right. Oh, matter of fact.
But you got to get it before tomorrow. Don't do that again, because I was looking and I was like, oh God, we can't see our faces.
I mean, man, they see us enough.
They hear us.
Right. They good. All right. So
what in the audio book? They'll hear us.
once again, last week we had Green Bay at Chicago. Then
I picked the damn Bears.
I picked Green Bay.
I had Chicago and ABQ Sports Crew. Let me pull them back up real quick. Sorry. Okay, here we go. So they had the Bears and
I'm the only one.
Green Bay won.
Yes.
Tennessee at Cleveland.
Nah, boy.
Now, Pickles be damned. I picked the Browns.
I picked the Browns.
I had the Browns and
I think everybody had the
ABQ
Browns.
had Tennessee.
Oh wow.
Oh, boo.
And Tennessee won. Baltimore at Miami.
Tennessee won is an understatement. Tennessee blew them out.
Right.
But I picked Baltimore.
I picked Baltimore.
I had Baltimore and so did ABQ and Baltimore won.
Yeah.
Atlanta at Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I had Minnesota.
I had Minnesota and ABQ had the Falcons. And I'm sorry, excuse me.
I'm about to say, because you had Atlanta.
Sorry, I had the Falcons
And I
too.
looked at you like, huh?
Right. I had the Falcons and Minnesota won. Yeah, there we go. Buffalo at the Jets.
I had the Jets.
I had the Jets.
I had the Jets.
We already know
and
ABQ had the Jets. Come
ABQ
on.
definitely had the Jets.
Yeah.
Come on.
And Buffalo.
By a point. Barely.
Barely.
Washington at Philadelphia.
I had Philly, baby.
Yeah, Philly.
I had Philly, so did ABQ, and Philly won.
I'm picking Philly for every. Did I pick Philly?
Oh, Lord. Don't say it yet. Rams
I'm
at
picking Philly for
Carolina.
every game until they play the Rams. And I picked the Rams.
Yeah, I picked the Rams.
I had the Rams, so did ABQ.
Got a little too close for comfort.
Sure
at the end.
did.
I was
Yeah,
like,
like-
whoa.
And
I saw a little bit of that game.
now I
didn't see a little bit
did
of that.
notice that they didn't want to have Gurley do too much in the first half. They pretty much saved him for the second half, and then he did his thing.
I was
So
scared.
That may be.
'Cause I'm like, where's he at, man? Where's he at?
I mean, he ended the game with 93 yards.
yeah.
yeah. And,
So
and I was like, ooh, okay.
That may be how they use him.
That's great.
Because your
that's
boy
awesome.
Malcolm Brown, he did his thing.
No, my boy is
Malcolm
Henderson.
Brown, yeah.
Oh, he a boy too?
Henderson, the rookie from
Uh-huh.
Memphis.
But he
I
didn't
went
play,
back
though.
and I know, but boy, when they give him the ball, I went back and watched his highlights. Every touch was a touchdown.
All right, so Jay, what you
That's why
want
they
to
call
do?
them highlights.
What you want to do is go to. Matter of fact, the website is on the screen. Print that out.
You didn't even catch that,
I'm
man.
sorry.
I finally got that and you didn't catch it.
He asked
Damn
me,
it!
He asked me a question. So,
Ah.
so Jay, the website is on the bottom of the screen right now. Printyourbrackets.com. Fill that out each week before the show. email, and I'll send you the email address after the show.
And I just want to state, for the record, some of them just be really good runs, too. And amazing catches if they were in the slot.
And again, that's why they call them highlights.
Right. Yes, and then that's when we can go ahead and add you on to the pick'ems for each week. All right, so we have the Chiefs at Jacksonville.
Chiefs, I told y'all.
KC.
I had the Chiefs, and so did ABQ. Chiefs won. Colts at the Chargers.
I told y'all I ain't picking the Colts
Right.
for a damn thing this season.
Right.
I picked the Chargers.
Chargers, and ABQ had the Chargers, and Chargers won. This was a good game here. Cincinnati at Seattle.
Seattle.
I had Seattle, and so did ABQ. Seattle won. Giants at the Cowboys.
Dallas.
I had Dallas, and so did ABQ.
This game don't matter right here.
Right. Detroit at Arizona.
For the record, Arizona.
I had Detroit, and so did ABQ, but it was a tie. So we had to add a
one next
to the tie.
I thought we would have had to do this year. On the first week, we had to do it.
So did.
Right.
Hey.
It was the first 2 weeks.
And 2.
And
But it was the first 2 weeks, wasn't it?
Or first 3 weeks.
yeah, because could nobody make a goddamn field goal?
Right. It was terrible.
All right.
Shit.
San Fran at Tampa Bay.
I picked San Francisco, and I think I was the only one.
No, because I picked San Fran.
Okay.
I did too. And
So who picked?
no, I'm sorry. I picked the Buccaneers.
I was about to say, brother, you went with Dad by.
And the dad by
Jameis Winston.
Oh, wow.
And what's the name? ABQ chose San Fran. So you were
What's the
saying.
name on live TV?
So you and San Fran. I mean, you and San Fran. You and ABQ chose San
Yes or
Fran.
no?
Yeah, me.
So I'm the only one who didn't. Okay. And I don't know what B chose because he didn't give us the.
He picked the Bucks. He did his like all air. I remember that.
And yeah, so San Fran did win.
Yeah, they did.
Burley. Oh, we got to base it down the line, and the Cardinals are up 1-0. All
Yay.
right. Base hit by who was that? Oh, was that Ozuna who hit the base hit? Oh yeah, Goldsmith. All right, and then we have Pittsburgh at New England. Oh my God, this game was ridiculous.
Hold on, y'all, cause I gotta hit y'all with my theory.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
you saw it. All right, cool. I don't know if you saw it, so I'm gonna let you know. The Patriots trying to get in my head. Think about it. 13 plus 20. 13 is the points they scored in the Super Bowl. 20 is the number of years Tom Brady was playing. That equals 33. 3, the number of points Pittsburgh scored. And damn it, it's the number of points we scored in the Super Bowl. Forget them.
So with that being said, you chose.
The Patriots.
Chose that damn team.
I did too, and so did ABQ chose the Steelers.
What? Okay.
And New England,
I'm not mad at y'all.
New England blew
I ain't mad.
their ass out.
Look, you hear my conspiracy theory? You hear my conspiracy theory? It's who was like, and who'd you pick?
Right. After all said and done,
I ain't stupid, but I just realized it.
all right.
Still trying to win them.
Houston at
Right.
New Orleans.
Nola, baby.
Yeah, Nolans.
I had the Saints, and so did ABQ. Saints won. Incredible game. Last but not least, Denver at Oakland.
I picked the Raiders.
I picked Oakland.
I had the Raiders, and ABQ had the Broncos, and Oakland won.
Womp womp.
So, Sam,
So.
how you looking?
I am standing confidently at a 12-4-1. I hate that and 1. It can kiss my ass.
All right.
12-4-1?
Yep.
Yeah, it was 17 games total for the week.
No, 16.
No.
Yeah, 16 games total.
Because I'm at 13-2-1. Am I miscounting the
No,
wins?
no, you're right. That's
Okay.
16.
Oh.
So he added the game.
Yeah, I'm like, wait,
Oh, damn,
okay.
so I'm at 11.
Like, am I tripping?
So you what again?
So does it mean I'm 11-4-1?
All right. So yeah,
And what were you?
I am 13-2-1.
I am 10-5-1, and so is ABQ.
I'm not even gonna celebrate right now because I
What's
already
your
know what
record?
happened last year.
You 12-3-1
When you
right now?
was dead last.
He's 13.
13.
13-2-1.
That's good.
Yeah.
Why did you pick different than us? Hold on.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Oh, okay. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I got it.
All right. So now,
I mean, you can see my score. I mean,
Let me look at the paper.
look at the paper. It's on the paper. It's on the paper. It's on the damn paper.
Dang, that made my clear glass. I was like, let me put on my bifocals.
All right, so now it is time for week 2. And let me pull this back up real quick. All right, so we
Yeah, that checks out. All right.
we have
Congratulations.
There we go.
starting tomorrow, Tampa Bay at Carolina.
Carolina.
I have Carolina and ABQ. Let's see, they have Carolina as well. We have San Fran at Cincinnati.
San Francisco.
I ain't even pick one, man. I don't know. I'm gonna pick San Fran just because. We put a little check mark on it.
I have Cincinnati.
All right.
ABQ has San Fran. Chargers at Detroit.
Chargers.
Chargers and ABQ has Chargers. Minnesota at Green Bay.
Green Bay. Both Green Bay rivalry games within 2 weeks. I like it.
Minnesota.
I have Green Bay and ABQ has Minnesota. Colts at the Titans.
Come on
I
now.
ain't picking the Colts for a damn thing. The Titans.
Titans.
I have the Colts.
Oh, you a new fool.
And ABQ has Tennessee.
Really? After they tried to crown them, but the Titans knew who they
Remember the Titans. All right, New England at Miami.
New England.
I want to pick Miami so bad just because,
Can't, so you ain't.
but I can't.
I mean,
say.
but it happened last year, and it threw
It sure
everybody
did.
off.
Yeah.
And
New
with
England.
that being said, I have New England
Yeah.
as well, and so does ABQ. We have the Buffalo, I'm going to say Sabres, Buffalo Bills versus the New York Giants.
I didn't even pick a game because I knew that was just going to be horrible. But I got the Giants.
I got the Giants.
I have the Giants, and ABQ has Buffalo.
Oh, Lord Jesus. It's
Seattle,
a fire.
Jay Gentleman says he has Green Bay starting off 0-2. We have the the Seahawks at Pittsburgh.
Go ahead.
I have the Seahawks.
I have the Seahawks.
I have the Seahawks, and so does ABQ.
And so do ABQ.
Dallas at Washington.
Dallas.
I got them Cowboys, and same with ABQ. Arizona at Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Baltimore, and ABQ has Baltimore. Up next, we have Jacksonville at Houston.
H-Town.
Houston, and ABQ has Houston. Chiefs at Oakland.
Chiefs.
And Chiefs.
Damn, can y'all pick something different?
Stan can't
Here
stand
we
that.
go.
He
That's
can't stand
again.
that.
Right.
Chicago Bears at the Denver Broncos.
Shout-town.
Denver.
I have Chicago.
Damn.
Same with ABQ. They have Chicago as well. Sorry, Stan. New Orleans at the Rams.
All right, I got to let y'all know about a bet I got with a friend. When the Rams win, she has to wear a shirt that I'm going to make for her with the picture of the hit that, quote-unquote, cost them the game.
Oh.
But if some miracle of hell happens and the Saints win, I got to wear a shirt that says 13-3.
Ooh,
Damn.
that should be fun.
Ooh-wee.
Because we know from history how Stan is with bets anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to KM.
Yeah.
All right. Phil, I'm sorry. You have the Rams?
No.
What?
I have the Saints.
Whoa.
I have the Saints.
I have the Rams,
This
and
is the revenge factor, man.
ABQ has the Saints.
The revenge,
revenge factor.
They're not even at home.
I know, but that team, they just got the revenge factor.
They don't know
man.
how to play in the sun, man. They always
I know.
syndicated light.
It's too bright out here.
It burns.
Oh, that's all bad. Cleveland Browns at the Jets. Monday Night Football. I'm sorry.
Skip.
I'm sorry. Sunday Night Football. Eagles at the Falcons.
Skip.
My bad.
I got the Eagles.
Eagles.
I have the Eagles.
That boy
and
Carson Wentz was looking like a bad man finally.
ABQ has the
stay
Falcons. ABQ has the Falcons.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I can't
Look,
trust the
hold on.
Falcons
They
at all.
can't-
They had the Falcons last week.
They can't win in their own home. They can't win where a Super Bowl was played, and they can't win against the Eagles.
You can't win.
All right, now Monday Night Football. The Browns at the Jets.
I got the Browns for the redemption story.
Yeah, I got the Browns.
I have the Browns, and surprisingly, ABQ has the Browns.
Yeah. We're surprising them. I'm surprising them.
Well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just believe the Saints gonna win, man. I hope not, but
This is one of them moments that always come around this time.
I wouldn't be mad. Damn the pick'ems.
So J Love says the selector about to get disowned.
Oh, don't worry. I picked the Rams going at least to the playoffs.
He said at least to the playoffs. Right.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. He has also New England by 80. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
The post I made after the Pittsburgh game. I said, God damn, Pittsburgh.
All right, that moment
We
we've all been waiting for.
Okay, so can I say what I was going to say? I said, goddamn, Pittsburgh, AB positive was the blood y'all really needed, huh?
Oh.
But is it the blood anyone needs? Let's talk about these allegations.
Nothing but the blood.
Don't bring him into this. We cannot bring him into We knew we were going to go to the show. Oh, my God.
Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I ain't grabbing no shoes or nothing.
You know you ruined that song for me next Sunday. If they start singing that, I'm just going to start laughing. Laughing for me.
Boy, if I ever learn how to play the piano,
It's just like the Anita Baker, man.
I was just about to say, if I ever learn how to play the piano, I'm playing that right at your church at a program that you at, or else I can play it on the organ. Like, just make it sound real good.
Oh man. Whew. All right. So here we go.
Hey, we got to start all the way from last Wednesday to today.
Yeah.
In regards to
The whole timeline.
Oh, definitely. So Brown.
Oh, Antonio.
This has started a very interesting / surprisingly conversation on our page on Facebook. If you haven't seen it, please go to our page, the Platform Sports Talk Show, and just check out the previous post, I think from this past Saturday, that yours truly started about Antonio Brown. But before then, you want to discuss what happened last week leading up to now, correct?
I just want to go down the entire timeline.
Please feel free.
Yes, please do this.
It started with Antonio Brown taking a picture of a notice he received from Mike Mayock, general manager, and noting that he was going to be fined. And then he was like, cool, if you going to do that, then go ahead and do it. Release me. And then when the word came out that they voided his they fined him
His
and
$29
they voided
million guarantee.
They voided his $1 million guarantee. He was like, all right, release me. And so that's exactly what they did. They released him, and then on the same damn day, not even a full 4 hours,
No surprise.
he gets signed by the Patriots. Oh, somewhere in the midst of that, he finally decided on a helmet to play with.
Right.
It was a Zenith brand helmet.
That's a whole other issue we're going to talk about, too.
Yeah, talk about that later. And then, he signs to the Patriots on Saturday. They play on Sunday.
But there's another issue that just happened.
Another issue.
But
No one saw coming.
It was yesterday, or was it this morning? No, it was yesterday. Because I remember I saw it yesterday. I was like, bruh. Antonio Brown is now being accused of sexual assault and rape.
Allegedly.
Back in 2017 and 2018. Antonio Brown's side then came out and aired her out. Like, he was like, oh, no.
Man, it's a post and everything about the email that he sent to her. And when I read the email, I'm saying to myself, this dude has to have some kind of issue. Because just the way he was talking to this woman was crazy.
I didn't see this letter.
The way that he emailed the woman had me thinking off the top of my head, like, yeah, this dude, he has a couple screws loose.
Yeah, he's off.
Which brings me to this. So, as a disclaimer, this is not about him, the player, because we all know he's all world. He's an incredible talent, the whole thing. So this pretty much started when I had a post about Antonio Brown talking about how he's going to do, how Stan nicely brought out everything that he done over the last week.
He didn't even bring up the stuff before that.
Exactly.
And the stuff in Pittsburgh either.
Exactly.
He just gave you the highlights of what happened
recently
over the week.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that was just a week.
If I go into everything else, it's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a can of worms.
Right. So I pretty much said on our page that if there was a reason to blackball someone, he would be the perfect candidate. And all of a sudden, all the floodgates on our page, especially
I was about to say low key, it looked like just one floodgate. Just
right,
popped open.
especially from the great 3-time champion, which I was definitely surprised, and I hope maybe she's watching or she'll call whatever. But Annie Greer, I was appalled.
Wow.
And so she was like, so you're advocating for someone to be blackballed? Interesting. And like I said, if there was a case for someone to be blackballed, basically what I was saying is that Colin Kaepernick shouldn't have been blackballed.
Right.
Carmelo Anthony shouldn't be blackballed. Those guys didn't disrespect someone.
They're character guys.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't, well, hold on. They didn't berate someone, and say, oh, you, or you did it or whatever. That's what Antonio Brown has been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want to reward someone $29 million something after he does everything that he's done? It started off with the whole helmet issue.
Mm-hmm.
You ditched your team, the Raiders, who had your back throughout this whole ordeal.
And it was all with the feet issue.
In which that was on his own.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So all these things that's happening
didn't go to practice
was because of him.
Your feet didn't prevent you from going to practice and building that rapport with your team.
So even with the helmet issue, that was not a reason for you to go back to wherever you went to and desert your team
and threaten retirement.
Exactly.
Over a helmet?
Exactly.
Well, to be fair, he threatened retirement way before the helmet situation.
But he still signed the contract with the Raiders, and that was my point, is that you have to, and which once again I was just stunned by the response, because I know Coach Betts, he had a response in which I was shocked as well.
He is a high school basketball coach, and defends this.
I was shocked.
Oh, wow.
I was shocked. So once again, if y'all watching, please comment, let me know. So going back, you basically initiated all the stuff, in regards to Antonio Brown. If I'm the Raiders, hell yeah, I'm not going to pay you your guarantee because you didn't give us your end of the bargain by showing that you was 100% committed to be a Raider. So why in the hell should we pay you $29 million? You don't deserve it.
Now there's an argument out there that says, with counterpoint, they'll say, well, his teammates have no problem with him.
Who says that though?
Right. But here's the deal. Whenever you miss practice, you get yourself suspended, you do this thing, you walk out on your team when your team needed you for the last game of the season.
Right.
Do you really care about your team?
So, Brian, Coach Betts, he was like, because I had another post in which, I'm trying to think, who was it? It was Mike Claiborne from the Cardinals. He's the one, the Cardinals announcer and stuff like that, does a lot for KMOX. He pretty much said basically that Antonio Brown is a problem child. And Coach Betts jumped in and was like, oh, so now that he's now off of what he did with the Raiders, now he's a problem child. And I said, well, hold on. Let me go ahead and back it up real quick. He went 100 miles per hour in his Lamborghini a couple years ago. Could have killed somebody. Driving reckless. Like you brought up. He skipped the last game of the season, or one of the last games of the season with the Steelers while they were in playoff.
It was their last game.
They had a playoff opportunity, to get there. He messed that up. A lot of things that hasn't been brought out from the Steelers is because they were trying to cover stuff up because of how talented he is.
Yes.
All thing you saw was how good he was on the field.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders are a whole different thing. Mike Mayock, he's a whole different person. You ain't gonna do the same old BS that you did back in Pittsburgh with us. And Mike Mayock called him out on his BS. And the reason why AB was acting the way he was acting because he's used to being spoiled.
You know how that started? See, a lot of people don't remember this, but after a playoff game, he went to Instagram.
Yes, and what happened?
Of all the, you playing football, the locker room is the sacred place. Mm-hmm. You know, things. This is where trust is built. This is where you say certain things amongst your team. Mm-hmm. He goes live on Instagram and captures the coach, Tomlin, saying some things, you know, what you say to your team,
right?
But you don't necessarily say to the media. And it was picked up on his Instagram live.
Exactly. Then he did it again, which Stan didn't bring up. He did it again this past Sunday when he did a YouTube video of a private conversation between him and John Gruden. So you keep on posting all this stuff.
Go straight to social media with it.
Exactly.
I mean, but at the end of the day, he got him what he wanted.
That's the issue.
But you know what? Let's talk about that, though.
That's the issue.
I watched a little bit of the pregame on the NBC, and Rodney Harrison is one of the commentators. Rodney Harrison was a guy who went to the Patriots in the middle of his career. You know, he had a sort of a reputation himself. You know what he said? He said that AB would not last with the Patriots because Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and all the rest of that team is not going to go for the shenanigans. And those type of shenanigans will not play with the Patriots. You're not going to get away with it.
So look, T-Bone just said if he has no issues with the Patriots, would you say problem child or the organization is not handling personnel? He in the actions that he did with the Raiders was because he wanted to join the team that he's with right now. He knew what he wanted to do. Of course, he wants to now act like a good boy because he's with the team that he wants because he's spoiled. Mm-hmm. Once again, great talent, no problem. In which, a whole other thing, if he wasn't so great, this wouldn't even be an issue right now.
Nope. If he was just a run-of-the-mill wide receiver, he'd be out of the league.
Exactly.
Nobody would sign him.
So that's a whole other story.
So we wouldn't even be talking about it.
Right. But going back, what I posted on the page was it's time to start holding, and that's why I bought the whole blackball thing. If there was an instance that they would do it, this would be the reason why. There has to be a time in which enough has to be enough with these athletes trying to play the system by acting an ass. Because that's clearly what he's been doing. Mm-hmm. That was his intentions. He's not going to admit it. His agent, Drew Rosenhaus, who also was the agent for Terrell Owens.
Yep.
And other divas.
Yeah.
But Antonio Brown, he had his reasons to do what he did. So, of course, now if he joins, now he with the Patriots, of course he can try to be a good boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not a problem. But, no, you have a history of doing certain acts.
Sure enough. I'm telling you, he'll be good for a while. Mark my words.
But that's the whole thing.
It's always going to rear his ugly head.
But that's the whole thing is that he may not even have a chance because he may be put on the commissioner's exempt list, which means that you're not even eligible to practice with the team or anything until this whole alleged allegations is handled. So he might even get a chance.
I just want to say he's not getting put on that exempt list. You know, because of the team he plays for. Robert and Roger are thick as thieves. That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
T-Bone says
it might, because Robert's in some trouble too.
T-Bone says that but that wouldn't explain the Pittsburgh situation. Of course, because like I said, he was already disgruntled being in Pittsburgh years back because he wasn't getting paid as a top wide receiver.
It started with that Instagram live thing.
No. Prior to that.
Prior to that.
Right, because remember there was a time in which he was always him and Le'Veon Bell was always getting that franchise tag on them.
Okay.
He wasn't getting the money that he felt he deserved. Mm-hmm. So once again, it starts with the whole spoiled brat mentality. That's what he did throughout this whole process to get to where he. Oh man, I'm not on the right team I want to be on. So I'm gonna do all the other stuff until I get on the team that I really prefer to be on. It's the actions that you have done throughout this whole time, dragging, you on Hard Knocks, saying all this stuff. Yeah, I want to be a Raider. They said that now I'm not sure it was 100% accurate, but they were saying that he was crying to the team after the whole Mayock incident, in which how many jobs would keep, no matter how good you are, if Stan goes into Journeys or whatever and calls a white manager a cracker or whatever else
and threatens to go after them and hit him,
will Stan still have that job?
No.
I think I'd have a pretty nice severance package.
And if that, to add that in, will the job say, you know what, Stan, because you're a good worker and you call me a cracker, I'm going to still give you an extra bonus pay because you're so great.
And you came back and you cried, you apologized.
That's not going to happen. So my whole point was, as an athlete, now we know everyone isn't meant to be a role model. Charles Barkley said that the whole nine. But my thing is that society has gotten these people brainwashed by you allow whoever it is to act the ass, but because you're so good, we'll just brush to the side.
Yes, forget
it. It ain't nothing because
he's a good player.
Because the next team will go ahead and sign him, which they did, and all will be forgotten in 2 days because he'll play a game and have 4 touchdowns, and all of a sudden it's all good to go.
And he didn't say nothing in the media, didn't do anything like that's some kind of big accomplishment.
His Instagram, he been posting these little caricatures, these little pictures of him and Brady, him and Edelman.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course he will.
Up, all that.
So, but my thing is that the message is being lost. Is that we're not holding these guys accountable. If LeBron James was doing that, I'd be saying the same thing too. This is not about Antonio Brown. This is just about
these same folks though.
Right. This is about athletes in general who you have how many millions of people trying to get to their spot that Antonio Brown is in, and you don't appreciate where you are right now. You're not humble.
They just a squirrel trying to get in that.
And Annie, she was treating me as if, well, why would you care? It's not about me caring about him personally, but I'm thinking about that kid who's at, for instance, Normandy or Vashon or at U City, who's looking at AB, who wants to be a star wide receiver, who wants to be in the NFL. You're seeing a guy who can do whatever he wants to do, but get away with it because he's talented. He's
and here's
great.
my thing: these same folks that AB slide, the next person, another player knocks the head off. Oh, they get outraged. But the next player ain't AB. Now if it's AB, which we see now a perfect example here. Now let's see how they react. Oh no, you didn't hit a woman, you miss a woman. Oh, that's bad. Okay, where do we cross the line here?
And T-Bone, you are absolutely correct.
When do we stop defending these players?
T-Bone says, and as far as behavior for athletes, I don't compare that to everyday jobs. And that's exactly what I told Annie. But she was trying to compare a regular job to a professional player who's already getting paid millions of dollars because of their talent. They're getting paid that amount of money because of what they do on the field, not off the field. So then Andy was like, well, you can't have so many guys. You can't have a league full of good guys. You got to have bad guys too. And I said, well, yeah, but bad guys are normally labeled that because of what they do on
the field,
not off the field. When the bad boy Pistons, Rodman and Lane Bear and Isaiah Thomas, I guarantee you they didn't come in every day calling Chuck Daly a crackhead or cracker, or or
They weren't
teleport trash or whatever.
Yeah, they wasn't doing all kinds of crazy, man.
Crackhead, dang.
I'm just saying. Right. I'm just saying that's
you didn't hear them all on the news,
right?
Getting in trouble with the law, and
they came in
doing shenanigans.
They probably came in first person in, last person out, doing their job. But when they
were the bad boys on the court.
But when they get on the field, on the court, on the diamond, on the ice rink, whatever it is, that's when the bad boy reputation comes in.
Yeah.
So it's like, why should we accept these guys? Recall one of our first few shows we ever had. We discussed how these black athletes, and that's my frustration as a black man. Mm-hmm. We constantly see our own doing stuff like this.
Especially when you get in a position where not a lot of people get. With great power comes great responsibility. And whether you like it or not, eyes are on you. Mm-hmm. Good and bad. And eyes on you. And so everybody's watching. And you already got people that have a negative stereotype against people like us. Anyway, now you give them a reason.
So with that, T-Bone is bringing up some more points. It says drives those fields and their elite talent, and they know it. Yes, we understand that. Mm-hmm. He says Michael Irvin and LT had reps off the field. Yes, we know that. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it has to come to a point.
And we're not saying we don't hold them accountable either, because they ain't Hall of Famers.
Exactly.
We hold the Hall of Famers the same way.
Right. And our opinions, doesn't matter in regards to what the NFL does. They're gonna keep doing what they do. But my thing is, what about the message? You can't continue to have, because everyone watches sports. Everyone watches what goes on ESPN or whatever else. You mean tell me that you're going to have your son or your daughter want to follow those footsteps of what Antonio Brown is doing so they can get their way? Let's change the narrative. That's all that my post was about. It's time to change the narrative. Like I said, if there was a reason to blackball AB, that would be because you can't keep on going to any team that you don't want to go to.
Act out
because you want to go to a different team. You signed the freaking contract. Okay, Raiders, I'm all yours.
This is a team sport.
Hold on.
You got to show up to practice and do the things you're supposed to do for your team. It's what you signed up to do.
I just want to address two comments on here, because one, I'm definitely not going to let that slide. First, Baker says Sadar with the Uncle Ben from Spider-Man quote. Yeah. And then T-Bone. Yes, but you don't say that about actors and musicians. Brother, I got one. Chris Brown.
Shoot, I'll do you one better than that. R. Kelly.
Oh, damn. We don't talk about him no more. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. So you gonna let R. Kelly slide because he's a great singer? Really?
Because Chris Brown.
He's a great singer. I mean, where does it stop? Where does it stop?
Bill Cosby.
Oh, well, they got Bill. So
that's the point. That's the point. Is that they finally held someone. Now, unfortunately, it had to be him because we all know him from what he done with his shows. But he finally was held accountable. That's the whole thing.
I wouldn't even say just him. They cracking down on everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. And just like the meaning of the whole Me Too movement, I ain't trying to get too personal, but the whole meaning of that Me Too movement is to start holding people accountable because they had enough.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying in regards to these athletes just acting their ass because they don't get what they want. That's all I'm stressing. You have to change the narrative and say, we're going to put our foot down. You can't, because at the end of the day, they always say the NFL or the NBA or MLB, it's all a brotherhood. We know we are supposed to be doing this for the right reasons. You're given this gift. You've been blessed with this opportunity to be able to get millions of dollars and do all this stuff.
Yeah, see, look, I haven't been watching the NFL. I haven't watched a lot of the games, but half the stuff I'm hearing about the NFL is AB stories. That's crazy. We ain't hearing nothing about the field, what happened in the games, nothing. Half the stories is AB and what stupid things he's done.
And once again, T-Bone, I'm not comparing athletes acting out. I mean, you say you can't compare and athletes acting out to true crimes. Once again, I'm not comparing what Bill Cosby did or in his stance to AB as of right now. I'm speaking on
accountability,
the black athletes and accountability. That's what my focus is right now. You want to get to a general discussion about athletes in general, that's cool too. But right now, I'm just referring to in regards to what he's doing. And there's been a lot of other other cats, maybe not to the degree of what AB has done, but it keeps on being a situation in which these issues keep happening. Period. And so my thing is you've been put in a position in which everyone is seeing what you're doing. All I'm saying is just be smarter, because we want to see you on the field. Mm-hmm. We want to see you on the court. We want to see you every day, all day playing.
Trust me, your teammates want to see you there too.
Exactly.
Well, I don't want to see Antonio Brown. Just off simple.
Well, now I don't. Now I don't. Yeah.
Now I don't. Like,
Brian,
cool.
Brian Baker said Stacey Dash, prime example.
Ooh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Let's see. It says before the allegation. Now, Jay. Let's see. Jay.
Before the allegations, he did nothing illegal. That is true. He was just acting the ass.
Now,
but his actions was hurting the team because he wasn't at practice.
Now, is he saying before the Lamborghini thing? Because that was like 3 years ago.
Are you saying before he decided to quit on his teammates in the last game that? And you know he is a great player. He would have been a difference maker in that game had he played that one game. They probably would have went to the playoffs. And him missing that didn't hurt the team.
Missing? You talking about the game last year?
Talking about the Steelers
when he got hurt?
No, he didn't get hurt. He decided not to play.
Now he claimed
that he was hurt. He wasn't hurt.
No, he already had an issue with Ben. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah,
is that you keep
all that stuff about him not hurting the team? That's almost BS.
That's booty.
But no, the whole thing of the story is at the end of the day accountability.
Yeah,
that's it, man. You have to start being accountable. Whether you are an actor, whether you are working at a regular job, you have people watching you. Who trying to be in the same position you are, and they're seeing it as, some people are seeing it as, oh man, I could be an elite talent, but still call someone or whatever. But, and I know I may leave that position, but I'll still find something else anyway, and still get paid hella millions of dollars because I'm still a good talent. That shouldn't be the mindset. No, look at Larry Fitzgerald. How many times has he been in the news for anything?
No.
I'll wait. Now I'm saying everybody has to be Larry Fitzgerald, but
got your ass.
Thank you.
We talked about Terrell Owens.
All right.
Here's a perfect example. He didn't get in trouble with the law. Mm-hmm. He didn't get sentenced to anything. But what did he do? Mm-hmm. He was a disruption to the team
or teams.
Teams.
Yeah.
Plural.
I'm looking at myself on YouTube. Killed the bed.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a perfect example for you. He hurt teams.
And yeah, T-Bone, there were reports that other teams.
And he's a Hall of Famer.
And that goes to my point. That's what the NFL has done, is that they allow you to do whatever you want to do, but it gives other teams opportunities to still sign. There has to be a moment.
Because if he was a third string wide receiver, he would not be in the league playing.
No.
And you know it. You know it.
Because of the talent, you allow anyone to act the ass and be disrespectful. Like I said, if he called anyone, or let's say he was white, and he called the GM or the coach the N-word, and then berated him and everything, because he's talented, he still deserves to get his guaranteed money, or like I said, he may get cut or suspended or let go. Of course, you're gonna have other teams. Oh, I still want him because that's still AB.
Prime example, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
that brother put his whole foot on a woman. Got signed by the Browns.
Because
I don't know where he at now.
Because they follow what other people do. Oh, well,
Yeah.
shoot, the Patriots, they went on and signed so and so.
As long as I'm a good player, I'm cool.
Yeah. So it's like there has to be some kind of change. The
Gotta
message
be
has to
accountability,
be
man.
changed. Accountability has to be in order. That's my point. If I'm in the minority of having hopes that brothers can actually change for the better,
You're not in the minority here, because I'm right on the same page with you, man.
yeah. So hey, for those who ain't rocking with me, sorry for you, but that's where I stand, because I know that everything can be roses and everything, lollipops, but I'm still going to be in the mindset of we can't continue to give this message out to the kids, to the youth.
Yeah, man.
Because they see that and feel like, oh, well, I'm going to go to Eastern
You in
Hills
a-
High School and I'll be a 5-star athlete, but still disrespect all my teachers. And no.
Because you gotta realize where you're at in your stature in life right now, man. People, you got people looking at you, whether you want to be a role model or not. That was the argument on Charles Barkley's argument about I'm not a role model. He's like, it don't matter. If what you think you're not what you are, you are a role model. You really are.
So, T-Bone, are you advocating everything that Antonio Brown is doing?
Oh Lord.
That's the question.
Because it's like he's replying back, not like I'm not gonna say he's on his side, but it's like for instance,
Like he condones it.
Like his last one, he says that's portrayed as being smart. So basically, what AB is doing was smart. Of course, it looks smart because now he's with the team that he wants to be on. Once again, we don't know if he's gonna actually play with them because he may. We'll see.
These new allegations.
But it also shows how stupid or how ignorant the NFL is, because you're continuing to let this happen. That's why I say someone has to say, you know what, enough is enough. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to highlight B. Baker's comment. He said it's not about race, and then he brought up Johnny Manziel. Because, ooh, Lord.
Yeah, because if Johnny Manziel was like
A great quarterback,
he'll be
playing right there in the league.
no matter how many times he hit women.
Drunk.
If Colin Kaepernick was off the chain, you're not saying he wasn't now, but if he was, up there, Aaron Rodgers or whatever else,
Yeah, he would still be playing.
B. Baker also said when Jerry Rice goes public about you, something wrong. Because you don't never hear Jerry say nothing.
Yeah.
Jerry be like, I got my rings and my money.
Brian Baker says when Jerry Rice goes public about you, something wrong. Yeah, he did say that. Jerry Rice was like, yeah, he pretty much did the whole Denzel Washington.
We're just gonna go ahead.
Yeah,
and
we
move
just gonna
along.
go ahead. And
What happened?
To the goats of each sport.
He's gonna-
Because I hella just said that. Before you did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why I'm like,
Hey, what's you looked at each other like? And you know what's funny is that I knew I effed up, and I saw y'all face. I'm like, wait a minute, he must have already
And you
said
know
that.
what? When Jerry Rice chimes in,
I'm sorry. I was reading these comments from and once again, thanks
So was
for
I.
your comments. But I was just reading this stuff, and so I didn't hear what you were saying, so I apologize.
Lord.
It was just so many good stuff on here, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing nothing. So I apologize. Hey, it happens.
Man.
It happens. But that's
From
my stance.
AB to GOAT.
yes.
Let's talk about
Brian
these
Baker,
ones.
hey, stop laughing. All right, so yeah, man, that was this has been an incredible show. A lot of deep conversations.
Yeah.
And,
Maybe we can
So
get
no,
through this.
So no, what I tell you, 9:45.
Right. Yep. Yep.
well, I mean,
I want to
hey,
be right.
but hey, anyways,
I don't want that. Congrats. You can keep that.
in a couple of weeks, someone won't be saying that anymore. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you be alright.
Yeah, damn. Just
It's what it is, right?
just drop it.
Keep it
Yes.
real. Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah.
All right, so back to some fun stuff.
Lord have mercy.
The GOAT, greatest of all time in each sport. So we're not judging. Whoever you feel is your GOAT in each sport, it is what it is.
Yep.
It's all
It is
about
what
fun.
it is.
We went, what? You choke? No, let the man
Yeah.
choose the man.
What is that? Is that us? Is that us?
No,
oh,
it's not.
damn, that's not us.
Unfortunately,
Shoot.
it's not.
No, it's not us.
And the game's about to be tied up.
Yeah.
That's a triple
Yeah.
or a double. Double. So yeah, so right now the Cardinals
It's not a
and the
triple double.
Rockies.
It's not
Oh,
basketball.
no, it's just
It's a double.
yeah, but only one person.
Cardinals and Rockies are up. Are tied at 1 in the bottom of the 5th. So yeah, once again, we're not judging whoever is the GOAT in each respective sport. Salute you. So, dog, you want to go ahead and do yours?
It's funny that you say Jerry Rice, because my GOAT in the NFL is Jerry Rice. No, I didn't say that stupid dude that wore number 12. No, I didn't say him. I ain't gonna never say him.
Well,
It's Jerry Rice.
Well, you probably won't say him, but you may say his number or something.
No,
Oh, what team you play for?
just said
Yeah.
the number.
You did, right?
I didn't say the number, but I ain't gonna say who it is.
I ain't saying nothing else.
I'm saying Jerry Rice is the
I ain't
GOAT
saying
in the
nothing
NFL.
else.
And yeah, so
Are we going per sport? Is that what we do?
yeah, per sport.
Okay. No, I'm like, are we gonna go around per sport?
Okay, yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a good idea.
Okay, so we're gonna go around per sport.
Yeah, so NFL.
All right, NFL.
Oh man.
If you take the 12 and flip it, you get 21. Calling Deion Sanders.
Okay.
Think about it. Think about it. To this day, people still prime time shuffling.
Yep.
Brian Baker has.
To this day. To this
Brian Baker
day.
has.
To this day.
In football, he has O.J. Simpson.
That's real.
Hey,
that's real.
that's real. Hey.
I'm sorry, because I was
That's another example right there from the last segment.
because I was thinking
Great football player.
All right.
Ooh.
Got everything handed to him.
Question: as of right now, if he retired today, will AB be a Hall of Famer?
Has he set records? If he ain't set records, then no.
He'll be in the Tory Ho boat. Like the limbo boat. Like, you don't know.
J Love has Walter Payton.
The fingers. We gotta get them fingers. We gotta get them fingers.
Man. Jay says Deion is a great choice. Yes, he is.
Man. The shuffle, baby.
I'm going to say I've been on the fence for this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's football. Up next.
All right, let's go to the Major League Baseball. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? My goal is Willie Mays. Yeah, man. He could do it all. He was the guy that basically invented 5 tool player before they were calling people 5 tools. He could do it all on the field. Hit for average, hit for home, hit for power, speed, stole bases, home runs, defense. He had it all, man. Willie Mays.
I just want to give a spoiler. All my picks finna be black.
Not mine.
So baseball, Jackie. Gotta go, Jackie.
Okay.
Robinson. I gotta make sure they don't think I'm talking Bradley.
We'll see. We'll see how that changes when we get to the NHL.
Oh damn.
Now what?
Yeah. Now what?
He was invited to the cookout.
Oh man.
Matter of fact,
I'm gonna be biased. I could easily say Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, I could have said he was on my list.
But I'm going to be biased and say Pujols.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm going with Pujols, man. Dude, to me, probably had the prettiest swing from a right-hander. This incredible athlete for what he did from starting at third base to first base and what he meant to St. Louis. What he did, he was the ultimate competitor. You saw what he did in the playoffs. The Houston series, he would just clutch. He would have won more MVPs if it wasn't for Bonds.
Yeah.
So
no comment.
yeah, so I'm going to be biased on this one, be local, and choose Pujols. Up next, basketball.
Basketball, man. Michael Jordan, man. MJ, man. Greatest. 23. We could debate this all day, but I'm saying Michael Jordan.
I'm a Bulls fan to the death of me.
Oh, Derrick
His
Rose.
airness.
Derrick Rose.
His earness.
His airness.
Yeah, I have Brian has MJ. I have MJ. Waiting on J Love. J Love. I think I said earlier he has Walter Payton.
Oh, okay.
Let me see here. See if he has any. He has Jordan.
Yeah.
For basketball as well.
Yeah.
All right. Hockey.
Wayne Gretzky, the great one.
I said all black. Willie. Wait, no. His name is Willie Eldon O'Ree. He was the first black player in the NHL.
Okay, you gonna fix it? Okay.
Shout out to Google.
No, shout out to SportsCenter during Black History Month.
So I'm not the only one that throws out the history facts, huh? There you go.
Shout out to SportsCenter on Snapchat during Black History Month.
All right,
There you go.
Brian Baker has Mario Lemieux.
Okay.
I also have the great one, Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Looks like Brian bought out some golf.
Oh, I didn't think of it, but yeah, we can talk about that. I know I bounced around this. I am going to say Arnold Palmer. It was a toss-up between Arnold Palmer and Tiger Woods. But I have to say Arnie on this one because, I mean, he was consistent his whole career. Tiger Woods, he was great for a long while, and then he started to tail off. So I say, uh-oh. Now my mic's tailing off. But, Arnold Palmer.
Hey, I told y'all I'm keeping it black. Tiger! Arnie ain't make me cry. Because boy, Tiger had a brother in tears. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I have Tiger as well. So does
gave me chills thinking about it.
So does Brian Baker, and then Jay Love. He has Wayne Gretzky in hockey. Let me know about golf.
It's probably gonna be
T-Bone. If you got something too, man, let us know. He even asked. So going back, tennis.
Oh,
men's and
Serena.
women's.
Serena. Period.
He has.
You know what? Yeah, Serena. Period. I would say that. You know how they say in boxing, pound for pound, Serena Williams.
Boxing.
Yeah, boxing. You know they say pound for pound.
No, I'm asking you boxing.
I thought you said tennis.
No, we answered tennis, and now he's moving to boxing.
Right.
You gave your tennis pick already.
Right.
You said Serena.
So I'm like, no, but then you said pound for pound like boxing. That's
And then he was like, okay, next up,
how about boxing?
Like, we could go to boxing.
Okay, I got you now. I'm okay. Boom.
I'll try to be quick with it. You know?
The boom that takes me out to boom. Boxing. All right.
Okay. I have to say Muhammad Ali, man. Got to say Muhammad Ali. I don't care about the record. Muhammad Ali, man.
Apollo Creed. No, man. I gotta say Ali.
Yeah.
Bumper Mayweather. He can't read.
Yeah. I ain't say all that.
And I dare you to hit me. No, I don't. Wait.
Remember, he don't hit people. He just defense.
Oh, you right.
I pick up points. You just pick up points.
Tennis. I'm going to go with Roger Federer. Yeah.
Men's and women's.
Overall.
He ain't even win his thing.
Nah.
I mean, not recently, but he still holds the most for men in regards overall.
That's true.
So please don't hate me, black people.
Well, we said going in. This ain't a debate.
Exactly.
So it's what you pick.
And Serena holds it for everybody.
J Love has Serena. He also has Muhammad Ali. Who you got for boxing?
He just said.
No, did he? Yes. Who you say? Ali?
Yes.
Who you say? Ali?
Yes,
okay. I have. I'm saying. I'm sorry. For some reason, I ain't hearing Stan tonight. I'm sorry.
Hey, test the mic. Mike, give a mic check for me. Give a mic check.
I ain't testing shit.
I'm sorry. I'm not hearing Stan for some reason. So I apologize.
Oh man.
So let me see. Ali couldn't hold the Olympic. Oh Lord!
Don't. Why you bring that up, man?
Why y'all gotta be petty?
Why you gotta? He's at the torch though. He ain't dropped.
I was about to say barely.
It took him a minute to do it, but he finally made it there.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm real talk. I was nervous as hell. I'm like, Lord, please don't drop this, cause he shaking. I ain't trying to bring light to this, cause you know that's a terrible disease he had, man.
You ain't trying to bring light.
I ain't trying to bring light to it, man. But I'm trying to be serious. I was really scared. I was like nervous. I'm like, please don't drop it.
He almost had a MJ moment. My hair.
You made it worse. You did. I tried to clean it up.
Nah,
Try to keep it up.
You said you hate to bring light to it. I was like a torch.
Oh no!
Brian said the whole ATL was shook.
No.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Man, y'all coming with it tonight, man. Thank y'all.
Oh Lord.
Incredible. Incredible.
Oh man, y'all going to hell for that.
Oh gosh. Whew. Thank you, y'all. He also added Michael Phelps in swimming, so yeah.
The black guy that was on the Olympic team, he to go. It was a black guy on the team. Surprisingly,
This has been an incredible show.
Oh man! Oh, what about gymnastics? Then we're gonna do that.
Simone Biles.
There you go.
Like she
Yeah,
literally is.
Yeah, she is.
She that deal.
Yeah.
She that deal. But
I thought it was
shout
gonna
out
be,
to Dominique Dawes too, though.
Hey,
Yeah.
back in the day, man.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Gabby Davis.
Back in the
Was that
day,
right?
I had a crush on my
Gabby
Dominique Dawes.
Douglas. There we go.
I did too.
She's
Yeah.
still bad to me.
Who y'all talking about?
Dominique Dawes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just
Go pull up a recent picture too. You be like, damn. All right. Anyway.
All right. Congrats. You were right. Oh, Brian Baker got Dominique Dawes. We already beat to the point. We got you. All right. So, congrats. You were right. You was.
Oh Jesus.
I told you. I told you.
Yeah. Got to catch standard.
She about 40 now.
She 42.
Lord.
Brian
that's
Baker
how you
also
do it.
has.
What's that Matt Singer? The supermodel. Old lady.
Brian Baker did bring up Michael Johnson, but wasn't he one of those that was accused of
Yep, steroids.
Okay.
Yep.
Excuse it and ruin.
Because of that, I say Usain Bolt. He hasn't.
Oh yeah.
Usain
yeah.
Bolt.
All right. So
It definitely ain't ST.LOUIS for
Lord. Don't have me play it. Don't have me play it.
No, okay, so to go to singing the national anthem is between Whitney and Marvin.
It's Whitney Houston.
Man, Jamie Foxx.
It's a gospel song, man.
Look, he explained that, and I get it now. Now that I'm performing at larger venues where you kind of need your in-ears, else you can't hear nothing.
Yeah.
It's real. Luckily, the band is behind me playing loud as hell. But if we had some distance, I'd be like, oh, Lord. Can we start the song over, please?
Right. Please.
Can you give me a signal when you do? Thank you, Tito.
Oh man. Brian Baker has Fergie.
Oh.
Yo, Sway the remix got killed.
Yes, he did.
Really?
He did.
Oh, my
He did. He killed that.
Is he the same one that did the
Yep.
the Chris Brown one?
Yep.
Okay.
No, okay.
No.
Make it even easy. He did show the season.
Well, how about the
Greens, potatoes,
what
tomatoes.
about the never would've?
No, that's DJ Mark Keys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Marquis.
And that mug lit.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I will
The
play.
ambulance man, the ambulance guy.
Ooh, right off the face mask of the umpire.
I saw that. He's looking like
He's smiling like, I'm all right. I'm
He's
all
looking
right.
like, holy smokes.
I'm all right, guys.
Maybe I need to turn my hat around. Maybe I need to turn my hat around so my thing will fit on a little better.
That's hard, dog.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I whip my hair back.
Have it that you hear my whoopers. Okay, is that all the sports?
All right, so going back, anybody have a congrats, you were right.
No.
Now, I know, Stan, you were saying that we should partially say congrats.
Because Baker, look, he better fix it. Got me looking stupid saying Browns are 5. I had this problem with Tyrod last year. It's a quarterback curse. It may have been delayed for Baker, but It's the inevitable.
Right.
The Browns have, if they don't win Monday night, it is a possibility that they can start the season 0-4.
Yeah.
Because after they play the Jets next Monday, the Rams come to town.
And then y'all would be saying, bro, you tripping for me picking the Browns to go all the way to the AFC Championship game.
Nah, cause I.
Nah, you tripping, bro.
Lord Jesus.
And then let's see.
30 ball.
So yeah, wait a minute. Here we go.
Rams, Ravens. Oh.
Right.
Oh.
49ers maybe. Seahawks. Nah.
Then you got
Patriots.
Oh.
Yep. Y'all ain't going to the Super Bowl this year. I'm sorry. It ain't happening.
See, I didn't see that schedule before. That's
what had happened.
I didn't see because they didn't release
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For 43.
44.
Right.
13.
Oh Lord, is he hurt?
Don't say that.
He got real quiet. So yeah, Marcel Zuna must have got hit. Oh, he got hit in his hand.
Oh no.
And he just came back from a hand injury. What happened?
Like it hit the foul ball hit off his hand. Oh man, hand went limp too.
His hand always go limp.
Oh Lord. All right.
He's smiling. He's smiling though. He's smiling.
Keep smiling.
Oh,
He's good.
Yeah.
Woo! You scared the mess out of us, dude.
Because I was going to be like,
Don't do it.
All right.
Don't do that to me,
Up
man.
next, is this your leader?
We got real serious real fast.
Right.
Like,
All right. So I have two enforcers. Who would you feel you will follow as an enforcer better?
Jesus.
On the field.
on the field. On the field. Okay.
On the battlefield for my Lord.
Right, here you go. On the battlefield for my Lord.
Woo, this is the way I said it. On the battlefield for my Lord, Christ.
So I have Anthony Mason or Bill Lambert.
Ooh wee.
Bill Lambert.
I go Anthony Mason, dog. Just this whole like demeanor. Like Anthony Mason didn't give a damn who you were. He go take care of it.
Yeah.
He gonna take that foul.
Come on.
And he gonna make that foul count.
Yeah.
Bill Lambert, yeah, cool. Anthony, I remember them Bulls Knicks games, man.
Yeah, bro.
Every time that Anthony Mason, dang, here he come.
And
Him and John Starks, I used to hate both of them.
I used to love
Brian Breaker says Bill Lambert.
You used to love him? You're a Bulls fan.
You ain't see my sarcasm smile?
Oh, okay.
Who you think?
Lambert.
Lambert.
For the simple fact that I'm a Bulls fan. How dare you?
I'm gonna say Mason as well.
Yeah.
Anthony Mason. Rest in peace, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
I was shocked as hell when I heard about that.
Man.
It's been over 10 years, I think.
Dang, was it 10 years now?
Something like that. Paul DeYoung, way back, deep left field.
You better not.
Oh, he dropped it.
Go to third. No, stay second.
Nah, I stay right there.
And yes, Brian, we know that Oakley was the enforcer. I was going to say Oakley, but I want to do something different and bring in Anthony Mason instead.
Yeah, because people forget about Anthony Mason, man.
You go to Madison Square Garden, some people forget about
I know
it.
Charles Oakley.
He ain't even want it no more.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
James Dolan.
It's like,
Stupid.
how you...
He's stupid. That's like the Cardinals kicking out Al Pujols.
Oh, they never do that.
Out of the game. Kicking out Ozzie Smith. Hey, dude, come on, man. You don't kick out Ozzie
They
Smith.
might do that.
Don't kick out Ozzie Smith.
Right.
They might.
Do y'all
Ozzie
have
Smith.
anything?
Some young
don't.
whippersnapper might kick him out. I don't give a damn who you are. He'd be like, no, man, my number's on the wall. That's me.
That's me.
Like,
On the wall.
On the wall.
I'm sorry, Mr. Smith. Please don't have him fire me.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Drop it.
Bruh, you tripping.
I don't know whether to do, bro, you tripping? Oh, nah, I'm gonna save for idiot of the week, man. Nah, I'm gonna save for idiot of the week.
I ain't got one. All I got is an idiot of the week and a what if.
All right, so Dwayne Wade will play for the Lakers.
Bro, you tripping? Yeah, he ain't coming back, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, bro, you tripping?
Y'all did have a point.
He ain't
Y'all was out there.
coming
You know what?
back.
My knee ain't as bad as I thought it was. Ha! My back. Hello.
No, man, I ain't gonna do it.
Wait a minute. I still got that shot.
Oh, that was
Right.
drip. Ooh. Nothing but
that.
that. You remember when I used to bust your ass back when we wasn't on the same team? Yeah, you never won against me during the regular season. We ain't gonna talk about the postseason though. Ooh, that shot was wet. Let me see if I can do it again. Yakum. Ooh. Hey, baby.
Call the press conference. Call the press in.
Call the press. We gonna go ahead and do this one more time.
All right.
I'm from Chicago. It's only right.
Idiot of the week.
Barring the obvious idiot of the week, I'm just gonna say that one. Everybody knows who that is. I'm gonna go with a different idiot here.
Okay.
Oh damn.
One Cameron Newton.
Ooh, thank you.
I wish we could get this picture up.
See, you gotta tell me next time before the show, and then I can do it for you.
I just thought about it on the spot.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, man. If I would have known on the
Boy,
spot,
looked a damn fool.
because somebody brought up this Cam Newton, then I thought of this. This fool. I don't know where he's getting his fashion.
This ninja.
This fashion.
He got it from Dwayne Wade.
He got it from somewhere, but ain't nobody in his corner telling him, "Nah, dog, nah, don't do that. Don't do that, dog." There's nobody in his corner saying, "Hey, man, what you wearing right now, man?" This dude, without
I'm finna kill him.
this guy, without me describing this doesn't do it justice. He comes on with a Boy Scout / beekeeper / big mama / outfit on.
Oh, he's still pitching.
He got what? He got the little schoolboy uniform on with a bonnet tied to a hat, beekeeper hat, and thought this was hot.
All right, let me go ahead and break down the fashion.
Please do this for
He
me.
got the suit from LeBron's closet.
Okay.
He got the hat and the scarf from Erykah Badu.
Okay, there you go. Yes. Like, what were you thinking, dog?
He might be the first androgynous football player. We don't know.
What were you thinking? What were you thinking right now, man, with this uniform, man? Like, I mean, come on, please.
Until the day
Look,
that man comes.
ain't nobody judging you, man.
Y'all
Ain't
remember-
nobody judging you.
Y'all remember his Versace pants for the Super Bowl?
Versace.
You remember?
People with that persuasion wouldn't wear that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put it out. Nobody wearing that, dude.
And that's why he wears it. Because he knows nobody else will.
This dude always comes out like this. Come on, man. You get my idiot of the week for that wardrobe, man. Come on.
All right. Stan.
No, come back to me. I want to go last.
All right. So I have two of them. So this past week. Wait a minute. No! Home run, Ian Desmond of the Rockies. Now the game is 2-1. Once again, we only have one run in Colorado.
Come on, man. We gotta beat Colorado, man.
All right. So Florida State played a game this past weekend. And you know about it? So
Just kidding.
So there's times in which it may not remember a play
Okay.
in the game. And I'm sorry I don't have this player's name, but I do have this. So once again, you'll see sometimes you may forget a play. That's cool. But how in the hell does this happen in which everyone is lined up one way, but you're lined up in a whole different way? Once I get this thing, here we go. Come on. But you're lined up in a whole different way.
Well, hold on now. Hold on. Wait.
Hey.
Hold on. What the hell you doing, man? Come on, dude. You can't be serious right now. If you could pull up that, you could pull up the Cam Newton picture.
Oh no, it's well. No, I had that previously before the show, so I was able to go ahead and put that in.
Oh, okay. Dang it.
So yeah, so like I said, I understand that you may get the play wrong and run, a certain way, like maybe a right instead of a left or whatever. But how is it that the whole team is facing one way and the wide receiver is facing the exact
How does this happen?
Because he was going to do an end around, but he didn't really disguise it that well.
Find the excuse.
He was going to do the end around. It was a wildcat play, handoff, and
find the excuse.
Like the ball, like you know the line of scrimmage, right? You're supposed to be You're supposed to turn the same way, guy.
That wouldn't have happened if Jameis Winston was on the team.
If you had the Helen crab cakes, it would be all good, huh?
Yep.
All right, and then second, I thought I had this saved up somewhere. I guess I don't. Shame on me. Or did I save it somewhere else? But the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brian Baker says, how he don't see that nobody is in front of him?
He was like, easy run.
So the Pittsburgh,
I'm wide open, guys.
Pittsburgh Pirates. One pitcher from the Pirates, he broke or he had a fractured finger. The reason why, because he had got into a fight with his own teammate.
Oh my gosh!
So they got into an altercation in the locker room or in the dugout, which caused one of the pitchers to now be out for the rest of the year and have to have surgery on his fractured finger.
Now, granted, is this really going to
God, that was a horrible pitch.
Is this really going to affect the team's chances of making the playoffs this year?
No,
according to Andy, oh yes, indeed.
Right.
According
chances,
to real life people who have a grasp of reality,
no,
hell no,
it ain't gonna happen.
But you know what? I'm not going to be like these other folks. I'm going to hold him accountable for this idiot of the week. He's going to have to hold this L, no matter how bad the team's doing. So he's going to hold the L.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. So those are my idiots of the week. Stanton.
My idiots of the week are all on the same damn team. Well, first of all, my idiot of the week is B.J. Finney. Y'all don't know who B.J. Finney is,
I have no idea.
B.J. Finney is the backup center for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first string went down, so he had to come on in.
All right.
They called the play.
Mm-hmm. They got the snap count for the snap right?
count and everything.
All right. Everybody on the same page, right?
Set hut. The play breaks. The whistle blows. For a false start on everybody except the center, B.J. Finney. B.J. Finney, in all of his, oh, dang, I'm really playing, in all of his shock and awe, forgot to hike the damn ball.
Lord.
You have one job.
Know the snap count. Everybody's like, okay, we're on one. He's like, on 3.
Look at it. Here it is.
Oh, wow, he showed us that. Oh, he like,
where everybody going
on?
I thought it was 2.
Where y'all going, guys? Where you going?
I thought it was 2.
On 3? On 1, man. and then if you can hear the call from the ref, false start. Everybody except the center.
Hold on. You gotta look at his face.
Put it to the microphone.
Put it in the microphone.
So yeah, B.J. Finney. I'd understand if you were a rookie, bro, but you've been doing this for 4 years. So yeah, B.J. Finney is my idiot of the week.
All right. So with that being said, congratulations to everyone who's part of the Idiot of the Week crew.
Right.
Yo, once again, y'all the idiots of the week.
Congratulations. You played yourselves.
Get y'all heads out y'all asses.
You know what? Everybody on the line.
Yep.
Y'all some new fools.
Dumbasses.
There we go. And last but not least, we have What If.
At 9:39.
Damn, I'm good.
In the PM.
I'm good. Hey, what if OJ get in the Hall of Fame?
Huh?
OJ.
He already is.
He's in the Hall of Fame, dude.
They ain't take him out?
No.
No.
Oh, a report came out that they took him out after the whole Steely on stuff thing.
No, they took away his Heisman Trophy.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they revoked his Heisman Trophy win. Yeah, you're kind of close though.
That was it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like OJ's in the Hall of Fame. What if he would have got put in the Hall of Fame after all of this?
Now that is a bet. That's a
Like
what
after
if.
everything.
That's a what if.
Good Lord.
My thing is, it would not be surprising because, like T-Bone said, you got Michael Irvin and Lawrence Taylor in the Hall of Fame, both of them high on drugs and drug problems, and all these other guys with problems in it. What's one more criminal in the Hall of Fame? I mean, what? Yeah.
And then it should even extend that. Remember, we talked about this a few weeks ago in the NBA. Back then, cocaine was like that thing.
Cocaine was a hell of a drug.
I was just
So,
hell of a drug. It was a great time.
you have a what if?
No, I don't have one.
What was mine? So what if now she just lost this past Saturday, Serena Williams again. Got to the championship.
Yeah, that was terrible.
And then basically didn't show up. And looks like it could be, that age factor. And plus she had a baby as well, about a year or so ago now.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Now it's getting to the point where that baby ain't no excuse now.
So with that being said, what if she decides to do it Andrew Luck and just go ahead and say, you know what? Not saying because she's only been there for 7 years, but what she go ahead and decides now go ahead and retire with one win shy of time.
That'll haunt her for the
The
rest of her
record.
life.
I'm gonna answer this. I got a follow up. What if after that?
Okay.
It wouldn't be surprising if she does retire.
One win shy of tying the record.
Wouldn't
for
be surprising.
A lady.
It'll
for a
haunt her
woman.
for the rest of her life.
Wouldn't be surprising.
And then you say you have a follow up.
Yeah. My follow up is it's more of a question than a what if. Do you think that she's ever gonna break this thing? Tie it and break it?
I don't know now because she's had like 4 chances
Four
over last
chances.
year, and she's gotten there to the championship. But like we talked about with the Dodgers,
I say
get over the hump all of a sudden.
I say she ties it and that's it.
Okay, and
She does not
and
break
trust me, we want her to.
Yeah, we
do
want
it.
her to do it.
But
I say she ties it and doesn't break it.
because it's kind of like what she did when she was 15 is what's going on against her now.
Now the 15-year-olds are beating her.
Exactly.
And it's her fault.
You started it.
Right. You started
And
it.
it's the thing, like, everybody that's beat her, they're like, oh, you're a beast. You're the best. I follow you. You know?
Yeah. So that's
It's kind of
fine.
sad, but you know what? Like you say, Father Time is undefeated, man. It goes with Serena Williams.
All right. So do you have anything else? What else?
No.
Nah, I asked, man.
All right.
I wouldn't even say.
What do you think she does, though? Do you think she's going to break it? She going to tie her? Or she going to not get there? Not win another one?
I'm telling you, I think she might retire before that. And if she does that, it's going to haunt her for the rest of her life.
To be one
For her to be that
major
competitive.
win shot.
Because I know it's on Kobe. I know it is. 5. I know Kobe, boy.
And how many does Shaq have?
4.
Because he had what?
Is he 4?
He had 3 with the Lakers, right?
And then he got the one with D-Wade.
Yeah. Okay.
The next year. It's like, all right, go over here. I'll do it again.
This is more than Shaq did.
So he low-key had a 4P.
So
Ooh.
this has been once again probably in regards
What's the place where he's eating the wings?
right barbecue chicken.
We can't say why the bean was this.
Barbecue chicken. But
Well, it's an actual internet show that they do where they eat.
I know that's the
hot.
hot ones. But there was a meme.
Yeah. I mean, if that's we can't talk about the Idris Elba one either. So
I know.
Right.
No. I ain't gonna touch that one.
But yeah,
It's too
so
hot. It's too
the
hot.
mosquito.
I do want to say thank you for everyone who brought in the comments today. Y'all were incredible, great conversations. We got deep on a few issues, but still have fun at the end of the day. Stan, Sorry for missing a couple of things that you were saying today. I was looking at one thing and lost.
And again, I have a big announcement next week.
Right. Well, next week, once again, we'll be at Cuts and Styles on the go. We're going to do our own version of the shop. Should be a great show. I want to leave this show off. There's a coach from Montana Tech. Name is Bob Green. He's known for famous, funny interviews.
Okay.
I know that we heard a couple of interviews that Jerry Jones had.
Oh, wow.
This man here is freaking hilarious.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
We're going to end the show with this. Y'all have a good one. I am your boy Smooth.
And Sadal.
And I'm standing, baby.
When it's about sports.
It becomes our business.
And business. Just picked up.
Power up on them. Oh, damn it. Never mind.
I already had a thing. Let's see. Here we go.
Watch a whole ad finna play.
You said a whole.
No.
Why is this on Bluetooth?
Have you or someone you know
Okay,
been
let's try it
diagnosed with
again.
mesothelioma? If so, you might be entitled
All
to.
season tomorrow at home on Bob Green Field. And what better way to kick off the Ore-Digger season than to honor legendary Coach Green? So we dove into our archives to bring you the best of Bob Green and what we call his Greenisms.
The key to the win was that the Ore-Diggers took control early. Kind of like when you get married. That first day, your wife takes control early. And that's what the Ore-Diggers did. Our football team was like the kid that plays second French horn in the school band. We got to play better. And that's a double-edged sword, It's kind of like watching your mother-in-law go off a cliff in a Cadillac. You got mixed feelings. He was like a black lab on the first day of pheasant hunting season. He was pulling at the chain. We're kind of like a woodpecker in a petrified forest. Just keep busy and look for opportunities. I wanted to raise my kids using a depth chart. Can you imagine that? I wanted that. Pam Green vetoed that idea. I got a short memory, just like when I was in the 3rd grade. 2 of the best years of my life. I don't like that bottled water. I like that butte water. You get to eat and drink at the same time. Some aspects look like we're really ready to play. A couple of other aspects look like we just got off Willie Nelson's tour bus. His attitude's positive. He thinks he could take on hell with a squirt gun. It's kind of like that T-bone steak dinner with all the trimmings. They played a complete game. With Jacksonville, what more can happen? Jacksonville's so bad they sentence prisoners to attend the games. Everybody expects you to win. My wife couldn't go to church with me on Sunday, and everybody said, "Where is she?" I said, "She doesn't go out with losers." I had a 6 ACT in 1967. One time I got an A and my grandma beat me for cheating. And all the calls I made on 4th down all those years, you know what my favorite 4th down call was?
What?
Punt. It was the most successful play we ever did.
My favorite call was what? Punt. It was the most successful play we had all year.
We got to run the ball. We got to pass the ball. We got to stop. We
Can't do a damn thing.
sucked.
We out, y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir.